Alright, I've kept you in suspense long enough. Let's talk to Luigi. Well, I went to Rumblebump Volcano and got myself a marvelous compass piece. It was an incredible quest. There was danger, and all sorts of adventuring. It was pretty nutso, bro. Want to hear what happened? You're damn right I do. Well, like I said, it's a really long story, but here goes. As soon as my ship docked in the Pudding Continent, I set out to the volcano. To reach my destination, I spent several days fording through dense jungle. Scary beasts were all over. More than once I thought I was done for, bro. I may have screamed a bit, to scare them off, you know. But as fate would have it, a blooper named Bluey heard me shrieking and found me in this one town. Bluey was on a journey of his own, but he joined me after hearing my tale. Now, Bluey's a madman. Back in his hometown, they call him the White Torpedo. Yeah, he's a tough guy. Anyway, he helped me to Rumblebump Volcano. Damn it, hang on, my nose is being weird. This place was all about bubbling lava pools and heat that'd make the sun sweat. And the place was lousy with evil traps designed to protect the compass piece. Scariest one of all was this gigantic 100-foot tall statue that stomped around. Now, the weakness of this giant statue, bro, was a gem on its forehead. Now, I can jump high, but not high enough to reach this thing by a long shot. So I came up with this plan for Bluey to hit that weak spot. "All you, man," I said. I waited for a pause on the statue's movements and hucked Bluey up there. And bullseye! The White Torpedo saved the day. That jewel got whacked. It was a critical hit, and the stone statue toppled and crumbled into pieces. Once that was done, it was an easy stroll to the room where the treasure was. Unfortunately, Princess Eclair was nowhere to be found. But I got another piece of the marvelous compass and put it in the base. Now the compass pointed west to Plump Belly Village on the Strudel continent. So I set sail once again and came back here to Rogue Park to recharge. That's what happened to me lately, but I'll be heading back out soon. Hi, Max Time. Hello, Zalok, Platy, Geludo, and Arcus and Huanton. It looks like that's it. I agree, Max Time. This game deserves more credit. Yeah, I know, not every game is fit for every person, but, I mean, I stand by all those positives that are stacking up there. You know what I mean? Hey there, I'm Bluey, and this guy's a total liar. Don't listen to him. You heard his story, right? Well, he did try to throw me, but he completely tripped. And what happens? I ended up in lava. Lava, man! Do you think that feels good? Thanks to him, you could stick a fork in me. I'm well done. My pale skin's all crispified. I'll never forgive this guy. I'm gonna make him pay if it takes my whole lifetime. That's the only reason I'm still hanging around with him. You'll pay, Luigi. So yeah, with one exception, all of Luigi's partners are people who hate him. For the record, I don't think his stories are made up. I know that's a theory. I don't buy it for a second. Like, obviously some of his story is embellished. I'm not going to try and deny that. But I don't think his stories are outright made up. Yeah, we're good. And hello, Ice Tray. And hello, Fuzzy Dark. Is he ready to go out yet? Nope, okay. He is ready to go on his excursion. That's all I wanted to check. Anyways, Arcus, yes, I am well aware. In fact, I found out seconds after it finished uploading yesterday. Tell you what, you guys have a paper characters for Smash. I just like another real Paper Mario game. Is that too much to ask? Or how about just another real Mario RPG? You know? Hey, Takota. Excuse me. Damn it. There we go. What do we got? What do we got? Yes. Wah! I'm a Wario. I guess that's true at max time. Lord knows Fire Emblem got more exposure here in the States thanks to Smash than anything else, which is just whatever. But no, that would be terrible, Zalog. You realize Sakurai is the guy who's anti-story, right? Like the other guy who's anti-story. We're good. Thought about getting the Defense Piercer since we're going to be fighting some mean things, but, you know. I thought Fire Emblem 7 had come out before Smash. I guess that's about the same era, so I don't know. Apparently Fire Emblem 7 was after Smash. Never mind. I'm sorry, Bragon. What am I doing? God, wake up, Laura. Right, we're about to do Chapter 3. I know where we are. Correct, max time. I mean, I'd say I don't need to, but obviously I don't need to. I probably will in either this chapter or the next chapter. Actually, no, not yet. Not yet. This way. This way. Sorry, I cut off kind of in the middle of this quest. Another funny thing about Paper Mario 2 is each chapter has a not insubstantial portion of it happening in Rogueport, which I kind of like, actually. You know, it makes the hub town actually matter. Absolutely not, Junior Shar. But it's a great place to visit, especially in a game. This is probably one of my favorite towns in the Mario RPG series in general. You want some, chump? There's a fortress of robo thieves. You lost. What business brings a chump like you to a place like this? Say it ain't a vacation. What was that? You want to meet that lying, cheating, stealing, no-good jerky for brains Don Piana? Real thieves like us end up poor as dirt, never catching a break because of that guy. Did you come here knowing all that? And you know that scumbag demands protection money from us too, yeah? You know all that and you still want us to tell you how you can meet that crumb? Fine, Mr. Insensitive Joik, but it'll cost you 64 coins. Okay. Wait, you'll pay? Really? Yeah. Sure. Yes! I mean, good call. You're a shrewd businessman. 64 coins on the nose. Okay, then clean those ears out and listen here. There's a parlor in the west part of town that's run by that worm Dumpiana. Go to the store next to the parlor, buy a dried shroom and a dizzy dial. Then, you go to the shopkeeper and he can ask your favorite color. You answer yellow. Not green, not blue, yellow. You hear me? See, yellow's the password for getting into Don's scumbag's oh-so-comfy office. You get all that? Thanks. So like I mentioned earlier, this is the point where you had to get by Gus one way or the other. But it's one of only 2 points where you really have to. So you could just pay him rather than defeat him if you wanted to. It's only like 20 coins. Any ways in which Paper Mario 1 is better? I know, right, Dakota? No, I don't think I can think of a single thing, Fuzzy Duck. You mean Lindblom effect, Junior Shire? Absolutely. This game definitely has Lindblom effect. As I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of interconnecting points that are stuff you have to basically go looking for that connect its various characters together, as well as the areas and the culture and the background and all that fun stuff. Dredge Room. Dizzy Dial. What color's your mustache? Yellow! Oops, what's wrong with me? That wasn't the right question at all. Let's try this again. What's your favorite color? You can go through the door. Go on with your bad self. Oops, I didn't actually mean to do that. So yes, these were styled as the Yakuza in Japanese. And the Mafia in this version. If Mario has a yellow mustache, we have a problem. And so does he. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. That's good for now. I do want to grab a life shrimp, just in case. So we're about to go to the Colosseum chapter, which is actually a semi-common thing when it comes to video games. Can I just say I've always liked Colosseum chapters? They're not common, maybe that's part of why. But first we gotta deal with the dawn. I'm not gonna stretch my voice. It really takes a lot to stretch my voice that deep. What's with you, wise guy? I ain't too jolly today, so you got beef, you spit it out quick or just gonna hoit. Excuse me? You want me to give you a ticket for the blimp? See, now to me that's funny. You a stand-up comedian? No? Well, you ought to be. You got some noive asking me for that. I'm Don Piano. I've been crying babies weep. You want I should run this bum out on a rail, boss? Look at him, what a woob. You must like pain, funny guy. Are you just looking for trouble or what? Not so fast, boys. I like this kid's gumption. He just came to talk. No, that ain't a crime. So we talk. You boys can wait till we're done before you rough him up. You got it? So I gotta assume you got a reason for wanting a ticket to the blimp. Out with it. What's that? You want to help some broad what got herself kidnapped? And to rescue this dame, you're out collecting the crystal stars. The crystal stars? Hey, boss. Ain't those the things in that legend about that ancient treasure? Finny, you're such a dope. Hey, boss. This knucklehead believes in fairy tales. Fairy tale nothing. That treasure's real. Everybody just shut it. I don't care if the treasure's real or not, you get me? But I tell you, I can't help but like a guy who wants to rescue some skirt he fell for. I've made my decision. You do me a little favor, and you get your blimp ticket. Sound fair, right? Wait, what's the favor? It's easy. It's nothing. It's less than nothing. See, the thing is, my own daughter eloped with one of my young associates. They vanished, but it wasn't too long ago that they did. They ought to still be nearby. You gotta find my daughter, Francesca, and this Frankie. Bring them both here. If you're unable to bring them here, then all you's gotta do is tell me where they are. Then I shall settle this matter quickly, and what is known as extreme prejudice. Yeah, boss, we don't know nothing about this guy. You can't rely on some goofball for this job. Yeah, boss, Vinny's right. Leave us to find Francesca. Quiet, you. It's 'cause you lugs can't find her. I gotta swallow my pride and ask this guy. I hope you dopes ain't making complaints about my decision. You making complaints? No, boss. Whatever you say, boss. I don't know what I was thinking, boss. Won't happen again, boss. You're the boss, boss. Good. I'm glad we're all full of understanding for one another. So it's settled, yeah? Find my daughter and her friend. Then come see me. And pay no attention to the fact that I've got this very stylish coat, but I'm still wearing the stupid grass skirt of the Piantas. And just so we're clear here, if you don't find my daughter, your luck may turn terrible. Run! Hey, Takoida, could you do me a quick favor? I mean, I guess you don't have to. Anybody could do this. So there's a TV tropes term for this kind of chapter, the Colosseum chapter or whatever. I'm just curious what the official term is. I mean, I'm with Fuzzy Duck, you know. Maybe we can add a little bit of sunshine to the Mafia's... Sorry, I'm sorry. To the Mafia situation. Whoops. That's Francesca the Pianta. She's well-connected, get me? Her dad's a big boss. She doesn't crave money or power or anything like that, though. She lives for love. Doesn't that, like, totally melt your heart? People could learn from this girl. That's Francesca's boyfriend, Frankie. He's the future of the Pianta Syndicate. Hard to believe, isn't it? Still, he's the #2 guy after Don Piana. You'd think he'd be this tough guy, but Francesca has him eating out of her hand. Of course she does. Back off, you creep. You want something, you just like sidling up to people. What? Daddy asked you to find us? And take us to him? Frankie, what should we do if Daddy finds us now? Oh, I don't know. And the boat's coming any minute. Dollface, maybe we ought to head back and try to talk to the boss one more time. No, Frankie, don't say that. Don't you know what he'll do to you if we do that? Francesca, baby doll, maybe if we just talk all calm like with the boss, he'll understand. Oh, Frankie, my Frankie, don't you love me? Of course I love you, sugar cookie. More than anybody in the whole world. Then let's go, Frankie. Let's run to the ends of the earth if we have to. But Butterbiscuit, you already found us out. We can't keep running forever. We can, Frankie. The more you try to put out the flames of love, the hotter they burn. Until I marry you, no one will extinguish these flames of passion. No one. Don't you see, mister? I beg you, pretend you never saw us. Can you do that? No way, sob sister. What do you think? Which should we pick? It does very minorly change how this turns out. All right. No way, sob sister. What did you say to me? You terrible, terrible man. Fine, have it your way, but we won't go with you. Never! I won't move from this spot. Ah, damn it, we stopped. So, if you're paying attention, I was keeping track. That's 4 separate pet names that Frankie used for Francesca in that one cutscene. What should we do, Mario? We gotta tell Don Piana something. But that stuff about our luck turning terrible didn't really sound appetizing. Why is there a slice of an eclair roll on my desk? Oh, look who come back. The proverbial mustache. Gonna brighten my mood. So give what you got. You know the whereabouts of these 2 runaways? Yeah. Oh, is that a true fact? Rogueport Harbor, huh? Well done. I appreciate this favor you've done for me. I'll prepare your blimp tickets. Hey, you 2 Nimrods. The kids are at the harbor. Now go get 'em. Daddy, wait! Francesca. Boss, forgive me, boss. I'm sorry, truly I am. Frankie, so back you come. Head hang low and with your tail between your legs.
No, Daddy, don't hurt him. I'm the one who said we should elope. It was me. But Frankie said no. He said we should come back and talk to you, Daddy.
Boss, listen, I don't care what you do to me. I deserve it all for being disloyal. But you gotta forgive her. Forgive your daughter, boss. That's all I ask.
No, Daddy. No, no, no. I'm the bad one. It's my fault. If you're going to punish anyone, punish me.
No, boss. It's all on me. My responsibility. All to blame. Right here.
Daddy.
Boss. Arrgh. Enough. Quiet, both of you. Francesca, my headstrong daughter. You used up your last favor long ago. And you, Frankie. You were like a son to me. This is how you repay your debt to Don Pianta. I feel like such disappointment in you two. It's like a poison shroom in my gut.
Daddy. Boss.
I don't ever want to see your mugs again, you hear me? Get out of my sight, both of you. I don't care where, just go. That's what you expected me to say, huh? Well, that's what I'm saying. Go. Do whatever you want, even if it means getting married.
Oh, Daddy, Art.
Dad, no, wait, I mean, boss.
Thank you so much, Daddy. Thanks for your blessing.
Boss, I'll make your daughter a happy woman, I promise you. She'll want for nothing. Enough already, just go, go.
Francesca, seeing you this happy makes me happy too. Congrats to both of yous. Frankie, this is great. It ain't quite what I promised, but hey, things turned out okay, am I right?
Goodbye, Daddy. Farewell, and thank you.
You still here? Humph. Well, you found my daughter and got her to come back here. And just look at how things turned out. What a complete and utter soap opera. But hey, a deal's a deal. You can have your blimp ticket, like I said. Who knew? That guy's got her smiling ear to ear. She's happy. That's good. Hey, I knew you were the right man for the job. Thanks a bunch, Pally. But I don't want to see that gloomy face of yours no more. Don't you ever come back here.
Nice guy. Here, let's talk to these two really quick. No matter what he says, the boss was actually worried about Francesca. Because the boss is who he is, he can't let people see his sensitive side, you know? Just between you and us, you made him real happy, and he's real thankful.
Well, good to know. And now he's gonna kill everyone in the entire town. I can't do New York. Sorry, Materia Keeper. Like, I've tried before. My mom can do New York accent because she lived up there briefly. Not me. Of course, I can't do any accent. Oh, email. It's from Cooply. Mario, Coops, how you boys doing? I'm just amazed. I had no idea a machine like this could send messages. Technology. Wow. I'm doing great. Drinking fresh spring water, picking wildflowers, polishing my shell. This town seemed so boring 10 years ago, but I see the world differently now. I bet you'll like Petalburg once you're back from your adventure, Coops. So where are you heading next? I want you to see the wide world, son. It'll do good for you. But don't go too far past that front door. Since nobody answered my question, we'll do it ourselves. There we go. It's apparently called the Gladiator Subquest. It's a subquest where you have, usually in RPGs, where you have to go and do some kind of gladiatorial combat. What's funny is I can't think of a lot of other examples of this. Like, there's a few very mini ones, like KOTOR, for example, did that. Dragon Age had a similar thing. So did Neverwinter Nights, very briefly. And I'm sure there's others, I just can't think of any off the top of my head. And of course this one. That's true. Kingdom Hearts usually has something with the literal Colosseum. I didn't see Fable listed there, no. Although you're right, Fable should be listed. I don't think the dojo would count, no, because that's just it's like the dojo in Super Mario RPG. That doesn't even qualify as a mini quest. I haven't decided how many of the side quests I'm doing yet, Materia Keeper, to be completely honest. For there are several. Chapter 3 of Glitz and Glory. If you asked me a few years ago, before I replayed this for the theater, what my favorite chapter is, I probably would have told you this one, honestly. I enjoy a lot about this chapter. Not the least of which, because of the fact that well, it's the first time they really subvert your expectations. So you walk into this and it's like, okay, yep, big, horrible thing, I'm ready for the dungeon. You know, the usual Act 1 structure, or the first act of the 3-act structure, right? This is the first chapter in which they really subvert the format that they established back in Paper Mario 1. And basically every chapter from this one onwards will be different, but I'll talk more about those as we go. So, well, no doubt about it, this is Glitzville. Can you believe it actually floats? I also think they did a decent job of making this place look glitzy. Gaudy. This is also the longest chapter in the game. In fact, for the theater, it was by far the longest chapter that we did. Go figure. Yeah, the real problem with this chapter is there's about 7 or 8, I forget the exact number, of the 20 or so fights you have to do that are basically just padding. So there's our first Power Plus, and that is, it's for the partner, but it's still extremely useful. So useful, we're going to put that on right now. Let's get rid of, let me think about this. Let's actually do that. And pull that back on and do that. Damn it, Doctor Who. Right, there's no reason to do that yet. Yeah, the reason we end up going through this is extremely threadbare, I'll be completely blunt. Like I said, most of the reason I like this is because it's actually a huge variation from the norm, which is something I enjoy. And I like a good gladiatorial thing anyways. There's also one other thing they do which I like, but I can understand why people wouldn't like it. Okay, I'm just checking the items here. Actually, given that, I should probably go ahead and grab this for later. And I'll grab that one too. That should be good. Oh yeah, they do a good job of making this place feel gaudy. Oh yeah, here's the copper, silver, and gold bombs. Quick side story. When I was casting for the Paper Mario Theater, because at this point we'd started actually having other people involved, which was awesome, I I was like, alright, so I need people to play these 3 Bob-ombs, but you're going to be recurring characters because you're going to come back in the future. So I need to make sure you can do more than just a few lines. So, I had to limit who actually was available for these. But anyways. Daddy, I'm hungry and I want to eat a hot dog and I want to eat it right now. I find this floating city concept quite fascinating. Yes, it intrigues me. I wonder what sort of coin is one might shell out to buy a vacation home here. Oh, yawn attack. So this is Glitzville. Not a bad place, if a little on the tawdry side. Perhaps I'll begin my stay here with a hostile buyout of that hot dog stand. Funny thing, several people talk up the hot dog stand. Hot dogs. I'll go and explain why. So they're 10 coins. And they restore 5 HP and 5 FP. Now, that's not superb, but for the price, that is an extremely efficient healing item. Alright. So let's go meet the characters of this one, of which there are many. There's actually a lot of side characters for this story. Which, well, works for some, it doesn't work for others. Hi, we're here because my son is a big fan of the former champ, Prince Mush. But it looks like he's not around anymore. We came all this way to see him. Bit of a crying shame, really. Hey, Mr. Mustache Guy, where's Prince Mush? Ah, who knows. Here's the news reporter. Yo, out of the way, pal. I don't do stories on nobodies, sorry. Move it or lose it. Yeah, that's me, alright. Move to one side, small fry. The only thing my camera shoots is famous athletes. Welcome to the Glitz Pit. Here, savage battles go on each and every day. I also like the music of this chapter. Welcome to the Glitz Pit. There's a guy over there who gets paid to say that, right? Boy, it's hard to find a guy that clean-cut and responsible these days. Ah, I sigh just thinking about him. Well, hello, Mr. Mustache. We meet again. Believe it or not, this woman is also a recurring character. She'll show up later in Chapter 6. Well, hello there, you big burly hunk of a man, you. Oh, you're smashing, dear. But I'm afraid I'm only interested in the champion, Rockhart. Toulou. I always wanted to voice... I always wanted someone else to voice Grubba. Because I always pictured him with a southern accent, and I can't actually do southern. Totally awesome. Check it out, Mario. Someone's about to catch a beating up there. Funnily enough, that's Rockhawk, who is the champion, and the guy he's about to fight is ranked number 1, the guy right below him. So that actually makes sense. Anyways. That's right! Ugh, now it's about time for you to feel the rock. Yeah! Stay down, pincushion. You don't want any more of this. Why'd you even show up? Ooh, that hurts my throat. I shouldn't do that. Sorry, I'm kind of half sick anyways. I probably shouldn't stretch my voice today. Yeah, you hear me talking, Wimpy. Stay out of the ring or feel the burn, baby. Tell you what, do about 1,000,000 push-ups, then come see Uncle Rockhawk. I'll give you another world-class spanking and send you crying home to Mama again. Hoo-wee, champ, that was a great A, a whooping. Your thoughts on the match? You call that a match? Ain't there a fighter out there who can challenge me? No, no one can, you hear me? Ugh, ain't a fighter out there that can even make me sweat. They're all a bunch of little crybabies, running around in stinky diapers. You got a bone to pick? Come fight me, bring it! I'll take on anyone. You weaklings might as well stick to video game fighting, okay? 'Cause I'll hurt you. Yeah, number 1, baby! Rockhawk's the champ, blah, blah, blah. And then he holds up his belt. Oh, look, Mario. There, on the champ's belt. Isn't that a crystal star? Yeah, it totally is. Look at it sparkle. It's gotta be a crystal star. How would that be in a sweaty old pit like this? What do you think we ought to do? We can't just steal this nutcase's belt, can we? This stinks. What do we do? Battle our way to the top. So here's, like I said, the plot for this chapter is actually pretty threadbare. There you go. You and I are like totally on the same wavelength. Crack a few heads, take a few names, become champ, and nab that belt. So let's get busy, huh? Guess we gotta become official battlers first. Oh, yawn attack. I'm getting stoked about I'm kind of getting stoked about this. Let's go find out who runs this shindig. So yeah, there's the plot arc for the episode. We have to battle our way to the top to defeat Rockhawk. Ooh. Now, I want to mention something because this is a lore run. Some people have asked how this sequence of events came into being. Yeah, no kidding, Dakota. Funnily enough, we will be sweeping this tournament. Although some of the fights are actually quite rough, but I'll get into that later. Some people have asked how the Crystal Star could end up here. We actually know where 4 of the Crystal Stars end up definitively, as in we know why exactly they are where they are. That would be the one in the castle, the one in the... no, that's wrong. We know where the one in why the one in Rogueport is there. We know why the one in the woods is there. We know why the one in the treasure trove and the island is there. And I don't remember the other one off the top of my head. But either way, each of those, we actually hear the story of why those crystal stars end up there. All the other ones, we hear bits and pieces that allow us to elaborate why they're there. For example, it makes sense that Hooktail, who is actually a minion of the Shadow Queen, would actually end up with a crystal star. Hooktail was probably specifically seeking it out. This one requires a little more thought, but if you read into the backstory of this, and there is quite a bit of backstory in the various NPCs and stuff you can read, it turns out that this star has been used in fighting tournaments for generations at this point. So you remember how I mentioned each star's power is kind of a story-relevant point? This star's ability allows you to power up your attack and your defense for a brief period of time. It buffs you, in summary. And because it buffs you, someone somewhere got a hold of it and started fighting other people, and then it kind of became like the reward for being the best fighter, and things got started, and yada yada yada. Now, Grubba actually only came across it relatively recently, about 30 or 40 years ago, roughly. They actually mentioned, I forget the exact number. But he then decided to design a machine that was basically powered by the star to not just be powered up by the star itself, but to absorb all the power from other fighters, to become the best fighter, which then leads to the plot of this episode. I just think that makes a degree of sense, given the nature of the star and how it works. Oh yeah, I should probably mention this. Some people have asked why each star has a specific power. So the stars were actually designed in order to empower the Shadow Queen. She had each of these crafted in a specific way. Hang on a second. 1 second. Nope, I'm right. Just making sure. Sorry, yeah, so each of these was crafted by the Shadow Queen in order to empower a specific aspect of her abilities. Thus, the MacGuffins we're trying to reach out for are basically the materia the final boss used back in the day. Which I actually kind of like that little semi-twist there. But anyways, moving on. Actually, hang on, where is the 4th? Oh, the Ruby Star. That's the other one we know. The one that ended up in the creepy steeple. So yeah, we know where the diamond... Excuse me. We know where the emerald ended up. That's the one in the tree. We know the ruby one. That's in the creepy steeple. We know the sapphire. That's in the pirate's grotto. And we know the crystal. That's in Rogueport. Those are the 4 we actually hear the specific tales of. And the others we can infer. What's that, bub? You want to become a fighter? Well, if you're serious, you better go meet with Mr. Grubba, the promoter. Mr. Grubba's office is just down this hallway. You can't miss it. Head on through. Whoops. This guy's glitz-split security. He has to keep watching this particular area. Look at the huge pipes on this guy. Wowzers, I bet he's buffer than the fighters. No, Baron, no. Well, we lost Baron, guys. Am I the only one who really likes this chapter? I'm just curious. Okay, that's odd. There we go. God. You tell I'm a little out of it. Oh, tarnation to you, son. Who let you in? This is Grubba's office. Yep, that's me, Grubba, and you're one rude dude coming in without a knocking. What now? An athlete, huh? You want to be a fighter? Hoo-wee, that dude changed a thing or two, son. I always got time for an up-and-comer. Yep, this place is packed to the gills with young fighters, all primed and raring to go. I gotta say, son, you're a bit skinny for my taste, but I'm willing to give you a shot. I like Chapter 4 too, but we'll get there when we get there. So, play me straight, son. You want to live the grandma's life of a champ, don't you? Alright, son. I hear where you're coming from, son, loud and clear. I also find Grubba to be an interesting villain, but I'm sorry for spoiling it. He's the bad guy, Lorerun. When I was just a poor pup, I didn't give a pokey's patoot for fancy big city ways. I jumped into the world of martial arts and fought my way to fame and riches. You know what I realized? Being rich and famous is dig-ding and a dynamite. Now, I can't mix up in the ring no more, but I earned enough to set me for life. You read me here, son? Dreams do come true, even if they ain't yours exactly. Yep, that's the key, son. Dream big, and you'll get big. That's the winner's way. And when you make it big, you look back at all those small dreamers and laugh. You reading me here, son? That's the spirit, Chief. Let's have us a little walk and talk. Come on now. Yeah, I admit in... Oh yeah, so you asked about a gold-plated toilet. This is the champ's room. How you like this, par? Just feast your eyes. Go on. This is the champion's room. Isn't it a sight? Deluxe. You become a champ, son. You get the key to this room. And yes, that's a gold-plated Game Boy SPA, or excuse me, GBA on the wall there. And ain't all, of course. That's on top of the big money and screaming fans. No, that's supposed to be leopard print or jaguar print or something like that, Junior Shire. Junior Shire. No doubt about it, son. Apply yourself and a life of wealth and comfort awaits. Now, here we have the Major League locker room. A lot of contenders here. What you think, son, huh? Not exactly glamorous, but it's clean and it's comfortable. Totally sanitary, too. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I care about my fighters, darn it. Now, I'm sure you noticed already, son, but there ain't one world champion. There ain't but one world champion. Clawing and fighting your way to the top and taking the belt to become champ ain't an easy thing. That's my point, son. Wouldn't be worth it if there ain't no challenge. I can see you got the fire for it, pard. You got the eye of the tiger there. You're gonna be champ. I can just feel it. I ain't never been so sure about a fighter. I mean, we are Mario. One other thing. You gotta sign a itty-bitty contract to be a fighter. Ain't no thing. Just take a second or two of your time. Just jot your name here, okay? Best thing you ever done, son. Now, Mario? That ain't a bad handle. Still, I gotta say, pard, it lacks a little punch as a fighter's name, you get me? Let me see here. Bam! Hooey! I got it! The Great Gonzalez. Ain't that a beaut? Dang, if that ain't a stroke of genius. Name like good comes around once a lifetime. Yep, everyone will soon bow before the Great Gonzalez. Make me proud, son. Well, now we got that business out of the way. Jolene, could you come in a minute, darling? So there's the real villain of the chapter. So, it doesn't quite get to come across in English, but in Japanese, she's supposed to be speaking in very cold, clipped tones. So, This is one of the reasons why, like, for example, if we were to do another voice acting bit on this, I would ask the woman voicing her to be just extremely cold and businesslike. You know the archetype, right? The evil businesswoman who is all just, yes, this here. And if you want to bleed on the carpets, you're going to need a Form 34, I'm afraid. You know, that kind of a thing. Yes, sir, you wish to see me? Sure did, hun. Jolene, this is the great Gonzalez, our newest rising star. Be a peach and take him on down to the minor league locker room, alrighty? Now, I admit this is a classic and, in fact, very simple deception, but I have to admit I kind of liked the fact that Jolene is a cold... Well, I don't want to say the word, but she's not a particularly nice person. And she's an ally. And Grubba there is, you know, comforting and welcoming and nice and affable, and he's the villain. Something about that just appealed to me for some reason. To be clear, neither of those are masks. She really is that cold, and he really is that affable. As you know, you're a contracted fighter now, so you must abide by some rules. First and foremost, what Mr. Grubba say goes, period. You must do what he says. Also, as per your contract, you cannot quit until Mr. Grubba releases you. There are many other small guidelines I would explain as they become relevant. Oh yeah, here's the Little League, or oh god, what's it called? The Crap League. Minor League, there we go, it's the Minor League room. If you don't like this dingy room, I suggest you work your way up through the ranks. Do you understand me, Kay? If you don't like living in this horrible place, you must improve it. When you're ready to fight, just log onto this terminal here. Mr. Grubba will then decide who you will match up against. You will have no say in this. Why don't you try it once? Walk up to the screen and log on with A, then pick reserve a match. So before we do that, let's talk to everyone. I do believe I'll go out for a regular stroll. Oh, right, they don't actually say anything yet, do they? Yep, nope, they don't. Okay. I'm a Wario. I'm gonna win. Well, howdy, Gonzalez. Ready to get your fist dirty, son? There you go, son. I got a treat for you. Your first battle's gonna be against the Goomba Bros. Don't you worry about them. They'll be a piece of cake. Just mop them, okay? Hey, we want to get everyone fired up, though, so appeal to the crowd at least once. You got any questions about detailed rules, just ask the lovely Miss Jolene, okay, son? Well, good luck, Pard. Ice Queen, that's the name of the character trope. So she's an Ice Queen. Okay, your battle is reserved. At this point, you just wait until security comes for you. Fighting is pretty basic. The team that drops the opponent's HP to 0 first wins. If you beat an opponent who ranks above you, your ranking will go up. Then again, if you lose, your ranking will go down. That is true, Takota. But, I mean, most of the time the Ice Queen is a villain. Simply winning is not enough. When Grubba sets fight conditions, follow them. In this case, the condition is to appeal to the crowd at least once. Fairly easy. If you satisfy the condition and win, you can battle a higher-ranked opponent next. If you get your rank up to 11th, you get a shot at the Major League. That's about all you need to know for now. Did you understand all that? Yup. Yeah, no kidding, Takota. Way too many times the Ice Queen is a romance option. Even when they are a villain. Bond! Looking at you. Okay, I don't want to talk about this real quick. So this is the bit of variety they add to this chapter, as far as gameplay-wise. Obviously, the structure of this chapter completely throws the typical format out the window. There is still dungeoning. There is still stuff to do in this chapter that does not involve sitting here and, you know, cycling through the fights. Although you can do that, but you'll miss out on a lot of stuff if you do so. But each fight you have to fulfill a condition. And I've heard some people like that and some people dislike that. And as ever, I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts are, where you sit on that particular scale. See, here's the thing. On the one hand, the conditions, the positive side of the conditions is they vary up the fight. So the conditions, as she just explained it, you have to do it or else you don't progress through the game. So you don't actually get further because you didn't do the condition. And the conditions almost always make the fight harder. Sometimes, although not often, the conditions will actually make the fight impossible. That's pretty rare, but I have seen that happen. So in those cases, you just kind of have to take the loss, or usually defeat the enemy without fulfilling the condition, and then you just fight them again and hope for a different condition next time. So that's the downside of the conditions. Personally, I kind of like them. They function as mutators. You know, it's a way to vary up the fighting. So instead of just defeating the enemy, you have to defeat the enemy in a certain way. And I do appreciate that personally. So put me in the I like it category. Gonzalez. Match time. Follow me, bub. Yeah, admittedly, part of the reason I like this chapter so much, it leans heavily on the gameplay side of things. Don't mistake me, I do enjoy the main plot of this, but the arena plot is it's an excuse plot, you know, nothing else for it. Squaring off next, folks, the Hoppin' Hardheads, the Goomba Bros, and a newcomer with a hankering for a hammerin', the Great Gonzalez. Goomba Bros have been waiting and getting all head up for the fight. Let's check in. Howdy do, Goomba Bros. How you feeling today? You ready for this fight? Are you kidding, man? We're always ready to bonk a fool or two. Who is this Gonzalez rookie? A cocky idiot, that's who. Waiting just makes us mad. We're gonna teach this tardy punk how to respect fighters with seniority. I think maybe you ought to call an ambulance for him now, just to save time later. Hot diggity dang, fight fans. There's the Great Gonzalez now, striding up. Tell you, this rookie's got some guts, strolling up late like he owns the place. Whew. Okay, now, Gonzalez, let me just explain the rules of the match really quick. Hey, those total cowards. Those chicken attacked us before the bell rang. Oh, that is it. Come on, we aren't losing to punks like them. Let's waste them. Ah, quit crying, will you? That was just a little welcome gift for the rookie. Where's our thank you? Nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do this, though. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to deliberately fail. Okay, we're okay. So I do have issues with this chapter, but I'm thinking they probably deserve to be part of an aggregate negative rather than just a full negative. What do you guys think? Honest question. You'll see what I'm talking about later, but, I mean, there are parts of this chapter that get pretty repetitive. Like I said, there's about... I'll count. There are several fights that are just padding, basically. Like, some fights like this have custom events and scripts and, you know, stuff happens to make it interesting. And then there's several fights which are just, and here's the next fight. And here's the next fight. And here's the next fight. Great Gonzalez wins. Tell me, son, what was his first taste of victory like? Tell you what I just saw, folks. A whooping. This kid's got skills. We got ourselves a new hero. Let's hear it for him, folks. Yeah! Well, Gonzalez, that fight wasn't a total loss. Listen, you gotta play to the crowd. We don't pump them up more. Hoping you give me more razzle-dazzle next time, huh? We understand each other? Good, I'll be on my way. Miss Jolene will give you your fight money. See ya. Here's your fight money. Next fight will be on... yeah, blah, 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 blah. Have a nice day, Mr. Gonzalez. Also, I don't remember K, because I don't remember which character that was.
Hey, yo, Rook, how was your first fight, dog? I'm King K, man. Just a Bush League scrub like you. They actually do call him the Bush League. Good meeting you, man. You look like a stand-up dude. I think I can hang with you. Hey, so why don't you meet the gang, huh? This guy here is Master Crash. Nice to meet you, Bomb. Well, now that we've gotten to join each other, I will give you advice, Bomb. As Mr. Lean was saying, give it a bomb. Obey Mr. Grubble's conditions. And if you clear the conditions and win, you get to fight higher ranked foes, bomb. If you can't clear them, you bomb. End up battling a lower ranked fighter, bomb. You can't climb the bomb ranks, fighting the bottom, bomb. Yeah, my man's got, you know, some speech issues, but he's got good advice sometimes. Not just sometimes, bomb. Advice always useful, bomb. Right, man, whatever. Anyway, this lean machine over here is Bandy Andy. Nice to meet you. I'm not in here too often, but if you see me around, say hi. Oh yeah, if you sleep in the bed over there, your HP and FP will fully recover. It's not like these cushy bed in the champ's room. Doesn't refill star power. Okay, cool. This last guy is the Sweet Purple Kicks, is known as Cleftor. Grog, Greftor, no like man with mustache. Hey, easy there, Clef Dog. Dude ain't the friendliest guy, but you get used to him. Anyway, that's the core minor league crew, man. You need some? Yeah, ask us. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. You and me gotta eventually square off, so good luck, man. This is a good time to mention that, obviously, this is not enough people to fill out the minor league. And, in fact, in the other place, we won't see enough people to fill out the major league, either. So they just kind of didn't show all of the characters, probably because they couldn't think of enough things to save for all of them, or they were trying to save on time, or whatever. So we only really interact with about half the fighters out of combat. Like you'll notice the Goomba Bros aren't here, just off the top of my head. No closer. He's going out for a stroll. I'm always looking for the best bomb. Way to blow myself up in the ring. You should think of how to make your moves look bomb cool as well, Gonzalez. As fighters, our job is to entertain the crown bomb. Hey, you notice there's only one bed, by the way, which I will actually go ahead and use really quick. Oh, I'm with you, Fuzzy Dart. That jump of yours is just insane double G money. You got mad timing. Oh, yeah. So, here's the minor league locker room. It's kind of, well, it's pretty disgusting. It's totally different from the first room they showed. The old bait and switch. You think they make it totally gross so fighters will try harder to advance? Yes. That's King K, a fighter. His shell's yellow, but I think he's just a basic Koopa. He seems like a genuinely good guy. Plus, I dig the way he talks. That's Master Crash, the Babam. He gives really good advice most of the time. Isn't it, like, totally nice to have a mentor who cares about you? Yeah. That's Bandy Andy. He's a competitor in this league, but he's never here. Maybe he just doesn't care about being champion. That's Cleftor. He might sound a bit gruff, but I think he's actually nicer than he sounds, you know? Maybe he's just a little shy. So we're going to go ahead and bow out real quick. Because there's this happening. Hey, Gonzalez, how are you? We saw your last match, I'll have you know. It's just one Toad's opinion, but I think you'd have taken Prince Mush in his prime. You're a fighter, right, Mr. Mustache Guy? Don't you know where Prince Mush is? So for some reason, they're really into the champ. We can fix that. No. Okay. Incredibly no. His first name is not great, either. Hey, you! That ain't cool!
Don't beat on my fans just because you ain't got none. And yeah, he even acknowledges it. Well, well, Mr. Mustache, so you're a fighter now, hmm? Well, I suppose I'll cheer you from the shadows, my sweet. Well, hello there, you fine, sweaty stallion of a man, you. Oh, you're marvelous, dear. But I'm afraid I'm only interested in the champion. Toulou. Let's do this. Oops, wrong button. The champ, Rockhawk. He has the star quality you'd expect from a champ. But you know what? Who cares? Everyone knows we're going to be the next champs. Huh? Craig Gonzalez? I don't cover minor leaguers. Get out of my way. Ah, there. So the trio's here now. we're the rough and tumble, battling and traveling Sisters 3. I watched a minor league match, but it really wasn't all that. Now the major leagues, though, that is some hot fighting action. Settle down, girls. So, I just want to point this out. This guy is a Beanish. Now, I've talked about this before, but just to reiterate, the intention was to tie together the Paper Mario series and the Mario and Luigi series. Basically make them part of one strong continuity. Same world, right? So that's why you'll see quite a few references between both of them for the other. In fact, Mario and Luigi 1 and 2 and Paper Mario 2 have several references to each other both ways. As I mentioned, for various Miyamoto-related reasons, they decided to split that up and chop that in half. So instead, the Paper Mario series kind of went on its own, and the Mario and Luigi series kind of went on its own. But that's why there's things like Beanish here, which are the species that were introduced in Mario and Luigi 1. Hey there, welcome. Our doors are always open for thirsty fight fans. Doesn't sound crazy, but I really want to being the strongest guy alive. I mean, sure, every guy dreams that once in a while, but the thing is, never mind. And hey, here's this random woman who has the exact same hairstyle as Jolene. Rockhawk. He's showy, but all that sparkles is not gold, they say. Perhaps you know, but he is actually the second champion of the Glitz Pit. The sparkle of the first champion, Prince Mush. Now that was real. But such is tragedy. Such a tragedy. Prince Mush disappeared, never to return. Many still believe Prince Mush may make a magnificent comeback someday. This lady is so pretty. I wonder what her name is. As far as I can tell, she always quietly enjoys her juice in the corner alone. What is the mysterious woman that do? What is it that mysterious women do to become so mysterious? What a mystery. Oh yeah, and Dupree is back. Hang on, let's get our other female character out here. Right now I'm crazy over that ravishing creature over there, but she is coy. Soon that blazing heart will belong to Dupree, home. She cannot resist me. Oh, come on, you don't want... fine, whatever. Oh, it's that gross guy, Dupree. What's he doing in Glitzville? How annoying. I don't think he thinks he's on an adventure with us, do you? Nah. Hey, what's shaking, dude? I heard you're fighting. You're just hoping you can become a star like Prince Mush. Hey, Gonzalez, what's up? Go knock yourself out, man. Alright, I think that's basically everything, so let's go ahead and advance through the ring, shall we? Okay, so next we're fighting the KP Koopas. Don't use the hammer. Okay. That's not too bad. Hey, dog. Looks like your next match is against me. Good luck, man, to both of us. We got this. Gonzalez, match time. Follow me, bub. Aren't you coming, KP Koopa? Oh, whatever. The Shell Machines of Doom. Meet my peeps, Gonzalez. Told you we were gonna square off, and now it's on. One of the things I do like about this chapter, though, is it basically avoids the trash problem entirely by kind of ejecting the very concept of trash from the game, or from the chapter. That's a KP Koopa, a Koopa Troopa of a slightly different color. Looks like his village is just like any Koopa, so he ought to be a piece of cake. Don't go easy just because you know it's King K, Mario. That's what friends are for, beating the crap out of each other. Honestly, I've always assumed, and this is just me, Shihali, but I've always assumed that the reason there's so many Lakitus here is exactly what you said. Free tickets. That's a KP paratrooper. He's the same thing as everything else. I know what you meant, Shihali. Here, you'll see in a second, as soon as we get out of combat. Really? You're gonna double my experience for one? Thanks for the double experience. Couldn't have done that on the boss? Whatever. So you can kind of see, there's like 7 Lakitus right there. There's a whole bunch of Lakitus in the background, basically. Hey, way to hand out a beat down there, man. You beat me straight up. It's random, Shadow Machine. Like, you have, once you have the buff from Merly or Merlin or whatever her name is, it just happens randomly. I have gotten it on boss fights before, and that's awesome, because you get like 40 experience, but... eh. Could swing the other way next time, though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Bandy Andy's gone. Man, you see them 3 super fine shorties out there in front? You gotta talk to them, dog. Get some digits. You always follow the conditions. Boom, said by the promoter. If you don't, you'll never get any boom matches with higher ranked fighters. So that is all Mustache got. Patooey, I say. Now, I think we don't update until the next major event, so I'm just going to double check here. There's actually a lot of side stuff you can see if you basically go and check and talk to everyone after every single fight. And some of it varies and some of it doesn't. So it looks like we're at a non-vary step here. No, Materia Keeper. Sadly. I've even done it specifically to go Amazy Daisy fighting, you know, hunting. Oh, hello. Hey there, Gonzalez. How's it going? Me? I'm doing a little, research. Hey, speaking of which, ever hear of the 7 Wonders of the Glitz Pit? Yeah, this place has rumors and secrets in spades, but, the 7 Wonders of the Glitz Pit are the most mysterious of the bunch. These things fascinate me, so I wander around doing research on them. Well, how about it? You want to hear them? Of course. They say there's a sealed wall in the minor league locker room. Some say the remains of fallen athletes are stored in there. Nah. They say in one of the arena's bathrooms a man-eating toilet lurks. Some say anyone who sees this toilet never sees anything again. They say there's a room in the Glitz Pit with a 2nd floor, but no stairs. They say no one has ever gone upstairs, and some say groaning voices sometimes come from the 2nd floor. If it's not obvious, all of these are partially true. These are all hints for what's going on here, basically. They say the champion's room is haunted. Some say if you keep still in the room, you'll hear voices whispering from nowhere. Some even say the voices are athletes who lost to the champion. When I say these are half-true, to be clear, they are half-true and half-complete lies. So, my friend's friend's friend told me this one. He said he saw a strange light leaking under the ring doors when no one was there. He couldn't see inside since the doors were locked. I plan to investigate this myself. They say sometimes fighters disappear for no reason. never to return. Some say that the very first champion, Prince Much, was spirited away in this way. Grubba is a strange one. His body is incredibly toned, even though he's past 60. He must have an exceptional training regime. Then there's the matter of Miss Jolene. They say she suddenly vanishes at times. Some say a fighter saw her go into the bathroom and waited for her to come out. But she never did. Huh? You think it's stranger that someone staked out her bathroom? Good point. So we're going to go with the triplets. No jumping. Okay, that's easy. The Spiked Terror Triplets. You'll notice that our partner says the same thing every freaking fight, by the way. That gets old, admittedly. Like I said, there's some legitimate repetition in this fight, or in this chapter. And it's a pokey. It's got cactus gold that's got nasty spines all over its body. Look at those spines. That would totally hurt. If you stomp on it, you'll regret it. Pokey is attacked by lobbing parts of their bodies and charging you. You can even call friends in for help, so be quick about taking them out. Yeah, yeah. That sucks. That really sucks, actually. So we're gonna have to do this. Yeah, the fact that we just have all piranha plants is kind of a strangeness, but whatever. So that was our first filler match. We should count these, so that's one. In fact, here, hang on. Ugh. You'll notice nothing special happened in that match at all. It was just a match. Come on. There we go. Hey, what's cracking, G-Man? Just finished beating down some poor fools or what? You looking good, man. Old King K wouldn't mind a little bit of your luck, man. Yeah, that'd be nice. Get in there, you. How many times do I have to tell you that room is absolutely off limits? If you want to remain on the fight roster, you must follow the rules. And don't think I haven't noticed you following me. Stop that, too. It's creepy. If you don't obey the rules, we'll ban you from the Glitz Pit. Understood? Again, dude? Man, you're just a magnet for trouble. Sorry, King K. Didn't mean to bring Queen Nag in here. Ah, don't sweat it, B-Money. Jolene can take that toot and shove it up her nose. Why are you always chasing that girl anyway, man? You got a little thing for her? Shut up, Kay. Now, if you folks will pardon me, I must be off. Get a quick heal in. Man, you know that cute little toad is working part-time gig in the lobby? I think girlfriend's got a little thing for me, dog. Every time I cruise past, she's swooning. Yeah, no. That's the woman who's swooning over the guy who works the front lobby, if you weren't paying attention. You should always adjust your badges and partners according to your football bomb. I don't even need to bomb mention healing your HP and FP. Mustache is not bad. Next we're fighting the Dead Bones. No jump. Oh, that might suck. We can make that work. We're getting really simple requirements so far. Which, not that I'm complaining, but these are random if I haven't made that clear. Sometimes they require you to use a peel, sometimes they require you to use a star power, sometimes they require you to not use your partner at all. Those ones really suck. I once got one for the Adonis twins, and then the requirement was not use my partner. That's one of those, unwinnables I mentioned. We're gonna take the skin off your bones. Well, don't jump. Okay. Probably Junior Shire. That would be 2 filler fights so far. Man, I heard you just knocked some blocks off. Not bad, Double G Dog. He's a real deal, man. Realest I ever seen. Keep busting heads. If anyone gives you a lip, you just tell him King K told him back it up. Bazow. Oh, it hurts. Keep quiet. My foot. Oh, you're fine. Just shut up. Apply pressure right there. Ouch. Do we have a gag, maybe? Come on, get a grip, will you? Mommy. Out of the way up there. Whoa, sounds like some poor sucker just earned himself a trip to the hospital. Hey man, it's a brutal sport sometimes, This stuff happens. Yeah. What can you do? Hey, I meant to say it earlier, but your hammer rocks, dog. You think I need a weapon too? Nah, King K's posse knows I'm all about toning the bod to the ultimate weapon. If I change it up now, my peeps would just call me a sellout, you know what I mean? Teamwork is important. The match is not just for your personal glory. If you want to win, you need to know how to use your partner. Mustache is okay. The Spike Storm. Avoid switching your partner out. Okay. Gotta go with who brung you. Fight to the end. Side by side. Now that's drama. Well, we're gonna be stuck with Gumbella then, and that's gonna kind of suck, but we'll make it work. I probably should have healed. Whatever. I believe this is our 3rd filler fight, by the way. By the way, it does repeat the condition there on the off chance you missed it. I do like that. That's a Spiny. Basically a spike-covered Koopa. Ugh, looks painful. These things have such high defense that you can't even hurt them when they roll up. So when they go back to normal, do all the damage you can and do it quickly. If you flip them over, their defense drops to 0. That's the time to take them out. Jumping on them is just plain stupid, so try using a POW block or some other item. Okay. Oh. That's a Lakitu. It's a member of the Koopa clan that rides on clouds. Max HP 5, blah 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 blah. If you stomp on it when it's holding a spiny egg, you'll take damage, so don't do it. Spiny eggs slowly hatch into spinies, so beat the Lakitu before fighting the spinies. This book doesn't answer my real question. Where does it keep getting the spiny eggs? That should be sufficient. I almost always screw up that last one. God dang it. Well, thank you, Super Saiyan Gengar. Although that's a terrifying thought. I don't want to see a Gengar that goes Super Saiyan. Or Saiyan, or however you're supposed to say that. I hate the delayed ones. Come on, there we go. I actually have a couple other things I could do here, but I'm just going to go and waste the MP, since I can restore that. Even though that's gonna happen. I also need to appeal because the chance exists... Oh, for God's sakes. The chance exists that I'll have a future requirement where I have to do a special attack, so... yeah. Need to have the star power ready to go. Really? Really? Hey guys, she's gonna double my 4 experience I just got. I'm having the worst luck on that. As was mentioned earlier, you really don't get any significant experience in the entirety of the minor league. Now, you do get a lot in the major league, usually a level and a half in the major league. This is one of the only ones I can do that in Ice Tray. I usually suck at most of the timed hits in these games. Like in the first game, or in the next one, although there's not much in the next one. Or in the Mario and Luigi series, which is the big one I suck at. Hey man, check this. I heard the hot dog stand outside's getting a new menu item. Sounds like it's some crazy hot dog made with an egg. Some fool's even saying the hot dog will help you win fights. You gotta snack out on one. That does sound promising. But the way things are going, I just don't feel like I got it anymore, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know what you mean. Using items correctly is very important. Boom! We buy items at the store outside the glitch pit. Boom! Mustache is good. Uh-oh. I think Cleft is starting to become our fan here, guys. So, hi Gonzalez, how are you? After my son saw you fight, he's become a big fan. Looks like our trip here wasn't a complete loss after all, huh? Thanks, Gonzalez. Hey, it's the Great Mustache. You're a famous fader, huh? Are you and Prince Mush pals? Move aside, you wannabe. My camera setting can't process minor leaguers. Huh? The Great Gonzalez? You're a minor leaguer and your nickname is Great? Ha! Welcome to the Glitz Pit. Whew, part-time work is not easy, let me tell you. Welcome to the Glitz Pit. There's a guy over there paid to say that, right? Sometimes he mixes it up and says it all weird and funny. I think that's so cute. Oh yeah, speaking of which, we should decide... So we can decide, like we have control over what our Yoshi is going to look like. Like which color we have. So give me a second to pull up the options. So we can have green, red, blue, orange, pink, black, or very light blue. There we go. So if you give me a second, I'll pull up a timer. So we can figure out which one we get, roughly. And so the red one has blue hair, for example. The black one has red hair, and the orange one has blue hair. And the way it works is basically starting effectively right now. We're going to have a timer start. It's actually after the cutscene we're about to do. We'll start a timer. And then, once we have finished running from the armor harriers, the timer will cut off, and the amount of time that's passed will determine which Yoshi we get. By the way, we didn't actually get a proper name for this character until... I forget which. It's one of the Smash Brothers games. Excuse me. And the official title is Mini Yoshi, if you're wondering. It was specifically the Wii U Smash Brothers. So that's how long it took us to get an official name for this freaking character. It took until the Wii U. Think about that. Hang on a second. Let's make this official. Yeah, if I'm bothering at all, which I'm not always. If you don't bother at all, you generally get green. It is the default for a reason. But if I'm bothering, I usually go for black. So you guys got maybe 2 minutes to vote, so make sure you vote if you care. Well, well, Mr. Mustache, so you're a fighter now. I suppose I'll cheer you from the shadows. I don't remember if she says something different here. Nope. Hang on, she does, sorry. Well, well, hello there, you great beefy bull of a man, you. I'm afraid the only man for me is the champion, that hirsute... Hirsute? Raw cock. By which I mean the minimum requirement to date me is a champion's belt. Man, that is a demanding woman. Good lord. Well, I guess she'll date me when I save her life later. No, bad. So very bad. Behave yourself, Egg. Oh, bad. Come back. Help. My imported egg escaped. Somebody catch it. Okay. I will defeat you, Egg. Come back here, Egg. So bad, it does not even have arms and legs, and still I cannot catch it. My menu is going to have southern fried egg dog of tastiness, but now bad. Well, you voted, right, Nascosta? Because if you don't vote, it doesn't count. Ah. I would totally go for an omelet right now. There we go. Most awfully bad. Come down from there. How am I supposed to get it now? Fly? Don't just stand there with your mustache. Find a way up there. You have probably about another minute to choose. So if you haven't voted, now's the time to vote. Well, I've done it. I am now an official sponsor of the Glitz Pit. Simply marvelous. What to do with my scads of cash is of little import. Best of luck to you, Nascosta. Aw, so lame. This stinks. I really wanted to eat that super whatever dog. Wherever can I get one? Daddy, get me one. This is the first time in my life I've witnessed combat sports firsthand. How repugnant, boorish ogres grappling about, caterwauling. I find it utterly barbarous. Barbarous. I can talk, I swear. What I cannot do is type down the fact that Nascosta wishes to put his subscription towards Odyssey. What? Thank you very much, Noscosto. Much appreciated as always. Thank you. I've actually never heard of that Shadow Machine. I do know there's a couple of cheats that force the color. I don't think I have those cheats. Let me double check, but I'm like 90% certain I do not have those cheats. And I am correct. What a colorful egg. Must be a good one, huh? I mean, look at it jump. But Jeepers Creepers, I sure wouldn't want to try to eat it. I mean, ew. I don't eat moving things. Yeah, me neither. I don't get how Klingons do it. Oh, did you hear that, Mario? You want us to help you, little Eggy Weggy? It's so adorable. What do we do? Let there be hot dogs! I'm totally with you on this one, Mario. We'll let you go, little buddy. Is that okay with you too, Mr. Hot Dog Guy Stand? Fine. Most people don't like eating stuff that jumps all over the place anyways. Awesome. Did you hear that, little Eggy Weggy? You're free. See you around. Huh? What is it now, Eggy? You want to follow us? Is that it? Pretty sure our little buddy wants to hang out with him. No. Jumping eggs bug me. You hear that, little guy? Let's make sure not to get in our way, though, okay? And timer start. So let's see, who's won the poll here? Apparently I only have 19 viewers. That actually doesn't surprise me. Nobody likes Paper Mario 2 for some reason. I've sometimes wondered why this game isn't as popular as it... How do I put this? Should be. Every now and again I do wonder that. Yeah, if we're going with black, we have a wait. That's okay, that's what we got the timer for. So we're going to go ahead and read this. Whoops, wrong button. It's come to light that after settling our life into... It's come to light that after settling into life at our inn, Toadsworth, age 60, has often been spotted in the company of Zesty, age 55. The notoriously finicky Zesty surprised all when she was heard saying, "What's wrong with spending my time with little Toadle Toes?" The possibilities have such a comment opened has our eyes and ears glued to the situation. Our focus of attention this week, Pungent's Great Tree Shop. Pungent's easygoing management philosophy is, money and girls are fickle, so easy come, easy go, you know? He fully understands why his shop isn't busier, too. We're well hidden, but like any good treasure, we're worth looking for. He even has a special offer for RDM readers. For the next 15 minutes, I'll give you double shop points. Today's yummy recipe, spicy soup. Steep a fire flour in hot water, and presto, you've got a new recipe. We've been working all night to bring you this edition of RDM. Look forward to more hot news in issue 3, coming soon. It wouldn't surprise me. I lost all my viewers because of the eggs, Alok. No, it's just... Amongst Mario RPG fans, this is usually considered the most popular one. But for whatever reason, this just has never actually hit popularity. It's kind of like Star Trek Deep Space Nine, to use a parallel, you know? Star Trek fans tend to like Deep Space Nine, but most other people are like, Deep Space what? Yeah, 54 viewers. By contrast, FF15 was averaging 100 viewers, and Witcher 3 was closer to 200 viewers. So, it is what it is. I try to get as many people aware of the game as I can, because I really do legitimately think this is a good game. Not just nostalgia or whatever. Not just trying to look at it like, oh man, it's my personal favorite. No, I do think there's a lot of good game design decisions in this game. What are we up to? Don't switch your partner out. Okay, that's easy. Yeah, pretty much, cousin Laban. Every now and again I stream something and just 20 people show up, and it's like, well, hi. You know, it's life. You can see all the... So there's a bunch of Lakitus, Toads, and the dinosaur people from Mario World. I can't think of their species name, forgive me. Oh yeah, there's definitely some Dragon Quest effect going on with the Mario RPGs. Which, I get why people think that, it's just incorrect. That's a bandit. This scumbag likes to bump you and grab coins. Jerk. Max HP is 5, attack is 2, defense is 0. No, Scottish Warrior. In fact, this game you're looking at is only on one console ever to date. The GameCube. So this has never been ported, and it's never been remastered. Paper Mario 1, at least, you can get on the Wii U, I think. And Mario and Luigi 1 and 2 you can get on the 3DS. Yes, Shinizaga. I'd call it the best part of the game, but that's a massive lie. Yeah, the timing on that is just... Damn. Do I want to do that? Nah. Yeah, a lot of GameCube games are pretty expensive nowadays. Like it or not, the GameCube just didn't do all that well financially, so a lot of its games had limited print runs. I've always found that funny. The N64 did very well financially, and then the GameCube did very poorly financially. And yet, in my opinion, the GameCube has much better games than the N64. Then again, I could say the exact same thing about the Wii and the Wii U. So, you know, yay. I mean, the Wii is one of, if not the best-selling consoles of all time, depending on how you define the metric. But it's the Wii. So we've been kind of delaying here. And I point that out because, as of right now, we just failed at getting the green Yoshi. So now we're into the red Yoshi range. By the way, just to kind of emphasize something, so you have a 6-minute range to get green, a 3-minute range to get red or blue or orange, a 2-minute range to get pink, a 1-minute range to get black, and a 1-minute range to get the light blue. And then it cycles again, and then you're back to green. Hey, you hear the latest, G-Dog? My boys said they saw a stunning babe having a fresh juice at the juice at the fresh juice shop. King K could use a little shorty in his life, dig? Check her out for me, man. Sure. Tell you, all the young talent like you coming up the ranks. I just feel older and older, you know what I mean? King K ain't getting younger. Man, I know that feeling. Following promoters' conditions is not easy, but it's boom, the only way up. So act like professional, you'll be on the way up, boom, in no time. Mustache must work out. I mean, in fairness, Mario Maker 2 is a superior game to Mario Maker 1, but, yeah, no, there's no doubt it's selling better because it's on the Switch, and the Switch happens to be a good-selling console. The good news, in my opinion, is we finally have a confluence that we haven't had since the SNES. No, I'm serious. The SNES was a financially popular console with a very good library. The Switch is a financially successful console with a good library. Everything in between has only had one of those two things be true. Just seeing if she's something new here. Nope. Okay, I was just checking. What? I'm sorry, this is going to sound like a dumb question, but what do you mean about the PS2? No, the SNES was financially successful. That's my point, Zalog. The SNES had a good library and was financially successful. Then the N64 was financially successful and did not have a good library. Then the GameCube was not financially successful and had a good library. Then the Wii was financially successful and did not have a good library. Then the Wii U had a good library but was not financially successful. The Switch is the first one to go back to being both. No, I said the SNES. I'm not counting the handhelds, obviously, because to be perfectly frank, each handheld has been financially successful with a good library. Ah, gotcha, Leander. I feel you. No jumping? Oh, that's going to suck. We can make that work. Oh, yeah. Quick mention of game design. This is the point in the game in which you gain access to two badges, Hammerman and Jumpman. Now, I actually went out of my way to get Hammerman. Hammerman removes the jump command, but it powers up your hammer attacks. Jumpman does the same in reverse. They're both actually really nice badges, especially for this section. Oh yeah, Nintendo has dominated handheld gaming since the Game Boy. And it's never not. It's actually really weird. Like, the console market has just gone back and forth and all over the place over the years. But the handheld market, Nintendo has always run that. Just weird. Let's do this one. Oh, and my phone just went away. There we go. So we are in the blue Yoshi range now, for anybody keeping track. I was just about to respond to you legitimately, Nescosta, and then I noticed this. Come on, man. Really? Uh-oh. Well, I do like fire omelets. Honestly, I actually agree, Max Time. I really do feel like part of the reason the Switch has succeeded so well is because of the fact that it's a handheld. It's a console handheld. Either way, thank you very much, Captain Socialism. Much appreciate the sub as always. Thank you. And, if you give me a second, I will jot that down for Fire Emblem. That's this week, isn't it? God. Weird thought. I hope we'll be done with the Marios by then, because that's a pretty widely requested run. Guess I can close this now. There we go. Okay. Listen, man, keep it under your hat, but I'm thinking about retiring soon. If I stay any longer, oh, my future might get shorter, dig. After next match, I'm gone. Ain't cool, man, that's for sure, but you know what? That's life, Double G Dog. Listen, you be cool, man. Promise me you won't forget you once knew the King K. I'm gonna make the viewers pick, Leander. The odds of us doing multiple houses is pretty low if the duration of the game is as advertised. And we now are at the orange Yoshi. I'm bummed we won't hang out no more, but hey, that's life, you know, G-Dog? Even if you're feeling your best, you must put on a bomb, good show. It's hard when you're not into it, but that's what being a pro is all about. Preach, brother. Mustache got game. Alright, so where are we at? Hang on. Was that 11 or 12? I've actually lost track. Shoot. Hang on. I don't want to screw this up. His name is Worf. Look, I only got like 5 voices. What do you want from me? This is why I'm a terrible voice actor. Spoilers for the game in question, Nescosta, sure. Although I do try to avoid them, but, you know, some are unavoidable, obviously. Oh, I should have hit view rankings. Okay, we got one more. No use items. Oh, that's easy. That's a joke requirement. No, see you around, Shihali. So this is going to get a little boring in a minute, because what I need to do is I need to get into the next match. And then I need to wait until a certain point, because I only got a minute range to hit black. So, yeah. But we're getting there. It's pure cosmetic, Nescosta. That's a bomb. It attacks by blowing itself up. Real smart. Technically, yes, Nescosta, but because that's a premiere run, I haven't really played it for real yet, so... Effectively, no. I'm just gonna go and do this. I'll need to get this again later, but whatever. And we are now a pink Yoshi. I got a little over 2 minutes to get to the next fight. It's probably not me. I've only uploaded one match. Or one map, you know what I mean. And now King K is gone. I hope he's okay wherever he is. Let's go ahead and buy the replacement. So I might need that for 2 matches from now, and I'd rather have it now than not. I mean, it's not like my name is super rare or anything, Nescosta. Lore is a pretty common concept. It's even a name of a character in Star Trek, for God's sakes. Who has nothing to do with anything. Bounce. Minute and a half. Lord Dervs is a pretty distinct name, yes. What? Don't use any flower points. Oh, jeez, okay. Oh, I used an item. Ah, crud. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Hang on. I can't believe I did that. I now have a minute to beat this match and get to the next match, so we're going to try and hurry here. Crap, I can't believe I screwed that up. Yeah, that's actually probably the best option. Damn it. Okay, fine, whatever. No! No! This is gonna take extra time! God damn it! Whatever. At least it'll kill it. I'm not Kumano. And there's 18 minutes. He is now a Black Yoshi as of right now. I have 40 seconds to get to the point where we actually get him. We might have a white Yoshi, guys. Sorry. And by white, I mean light blue. It's also... They change his hairstyle based on which Yoshi you get, too, by the way. Come on. I don't have time to heal. Don't have time to heal. 30 seconds left. No jumping. Oh god, I just realized something. I just failed completely, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I just realized something. This is not the fight I need, so there's no way in hell. Well... Jesus. Damn it. A little too slow on that one. Fine, whatever. Yeah, exactly, Shadow Machine. That's why as soon as I realized what was happening, I thought it was one match ahead of where I was. That's the problem. Well, shoot. Okay. Oh, jeez, that's a lot of rocks. Let's get rid of that. So, does anyone want to look up the cheats to force it to be a different color? Because, yeah, I don't have them. Dolphin. That's supposed to... Jesus, stop trying to throw rocks at me. Screw it. Yes, black won the poll. I've actually never screwed that up before. That's so embarrassing. It is quite lonely without King K around, Bomb. No lonely, him too weak, him not here, sound normal to Cleftor. You were in bomb denial. I saw you weeping in locker, ba-bomb. So this is kind of cute. Right this way, Sir Swoop. This is your dressing room. You're starting in the minor league, of course, as you've just now started your career. If you don't like this dingy room, I suggest you work your way up through the ranks. By the way, her dialogue is almost exactly identical. Which, for once, I don't think is lazy. I think it's just getting across the point that she's given this speech many times to many fighters. And helps with the whole impersonal thing she's got going on. Use the terminal now. Don't you understand basic instructions, Sir Swoop? Well, howdy, Sir Swoop. Ready to get your wings dirty, huh? There you go, son. I got a treat for you. Your first battle's gonna be the Goomba Brothers. Don't you worry about them. They'll be a piece of cake. Just mop them up, okay, son? Hey, want to get the crowd fired up, so do a move where you do a triple flip and meow. You got any questions about detailed rules? Just ask the lovely Miss Jolene. Okay, your battle's reserved. At this point, you just wait for security to come to you. Fighting is pretty basic. If you beat the opponent, you rank up. Then if you lose, you rank down. Simply winning is not enough. When Mr. Grubbuff sets fight conditions, follow them. In this case, the condition is to do a triple flip and then meow. Fairly easy. I do like that because it gets across the idea that everyone gets different conditions. Just, you know, we get stuff that we can actually do in game. You know what I mean? Hi guys, yeah, my name's Swoop. Sir Swoop, I mean. Nice to meet you. And off goes Sir Swoop to fight the Goomba Brothers. Alright, let's heal up first of all. Now let's see if we can figure out these cheetah nations. How do I... How do I add cheats? Hang on, hang on. I'll figure it out. I think I know how this works. Maybe. Oh, maybe. Maybe I found cheats. Hang on, I think I might have found cheats. How to add cheats. Hang on. Look, I'm not familiar with this, okay? For once, I really don't have a lot of experience with cheating with this game. Despite what some people seem to think. Okay, we apparently have a black Yoshi cheat on. I guess we'll find out if it works in a little under a match. Or over a match, excuse me. Don't use any special moves. That's easy enough. Yeah, I kind of screwed up the last time because I was freaking out about the timer. Because I'm dumb. Excuse me. I did not mean to hit that button. I was actually reaching for this button. These are hyperbolic clefts. They suck. But, oh, I didn't buy an extra earthquake? Oh, crap. Yes, you can, Nascosta. Although you probably shouldn't. I mean, I feel like that's a bad idea. Okay. Now the real fight. Hoo-wee, you're gonna love this. Your next opponent is ranked 10, the Armored Harriers. That's right, you're darn tootin'. You're finally gonna make a go at the Major League, son. We're expecting great things from you, so don't go letting us down now. Now listen, in this battle, 5 turns or less. You got it. It'll take me 1 turn. I got a date with a cute little chickadee in just a few, and I don't want to be late. Now get in there and bring this puppy home quick. Okay. We got this, guys. So what do you guys think about the potential negative here? Awesome, Miss Costa. And now today's main event. The Major League awaits the 11th ranked Great Gonzalez. But only if he can beat the 10th ranked powerhouses, the Iron Adonis twins. Basically, the negative is for the first half of this chapter, which we are now terminating. Because the first half is pretty boring. It's just fight another match, not a lot going on. The story doesn't move anywhere, we're just going up the ranks. The second half is where it picks up, with far more interesting fights, and lots more actual, progression of story, rather than just continuing to fight through the arena. This is chapter 3, Nascosta. Of 8. Hoo-wee, the Great Gonzalez, how you feeling? Whoa, Nelly, you heard the fella, folks. He's obviously itching to mix it up some. Oh, gravy. That could be true, Zalog. I mean, you're right. Grinding would be awful here. Your challenger's real confident, boys. Yep, he's talking trash. Iron Adonis twins, he said. More like paper dog face bros. And they stink. And then he said, I bet they just play video games and cry when they lose. Yeah, and then he said, Audi belly buttons running their family, stinkwads. And so on, yep.
What? How did he know Mom has an outie, that jerk? We're gonna blend you up into a smoothie, pal, and then we're gonna drink you. Oh, and one more thing. Only smelly stinkwads call other people stinkwads. Understand, stinkwad?
Simmer down there, bro. You, stinkwad. You're gonna regret opening up your yap, pal. See these boards? Solid iron. See these spikes? Yeah, it can penetrate any substance. That's actually not true. So basically what I'm telling you is whatever you try will be completely useless. Think that over in the very short time you have left with a functional brain.
Boss time. There's actually 3 bosses in this chapter. Can I do it? We make Major League if we win. Get psyched. Yeah, we've totally got this. Give up now.
Well, stinkwads, you're about to learn our skills the hard way. Nope. I'm out.
You can't win this fight. You cannot win that fight. How'd you like that? We tried to tell you, but no. If you want another piece of pummel pie, have a bath and come back, punk. So the story explanation, because there is actually one for why these guys are only ranked 10th, is they're relatively new. So in short, the people above them didn't have to beat them to get higher. They fought their way up to 10, and then were unable to progress further, because, they're kind of a one-trick pony. So let's see if the cheat worked. Moment of truth. Hey, check it out. Our little Eggy friend is gone. What a bummer. Where do you think the little guy took off to? Fingers crossed. He's orange.
Whatever. He's orange! Orange was on the list, right? Anyways, thanks to you, I hatched safe and sound. You were in that cute little eggy weggy? Whoa, that's wild. Yeah, but who cares? You guys want to be champs, right? You want a crystal star? Or all about it was in the egg. Yeah. Anyway, I gotta repay you for saving from old Hoggle out there, so I'll fight for you. I can hold my own. I'll swallow any opponent whole. Honest, just leave it to me. Huh? My name? I just came out of the egg, so I guess I don't have a name yet. What should we name him, ladies and gentlemen? We should name him... We should name him... Me. Mass Effect. We should name him Mario to be as confusing as possible. We can't call him Yoshi. He's not Yoshi. Although, funnily enough, Mini Yoshi will not fit. I'm probably spelling that wrong. Does anyone get this? I'm just curious. Oh, it's a GUI. We can make that work. We're not going to do that, though. We'll be dumb. Orangey, huh? Not too bad, dude. Not too bad at all. Yeah, I like it. Okay, Gonzalez, let's get out there and do some damage. He'll answer to Orangey. He has this ability. He also has the Paracarry thing, although he's much better than Paracarry because you can actually zip around and switch between them much quicker than you could Paracarry. Basically, they took the Paracarry idea and made it better in every way. He's also actually useful in combat, unlike Paracarry. Paracarry sucks. PSA. Don't use items. Okay, we're good. Yeah, he's literally Lackluster and Paracarry combined. Those hot dogs outside are amazing. God, I want a hot dog now. I keep resisting buying hot dogs at the grocery store because it's like, what can I do with a hot dog other than toss it into a skillet? I'm getting more and more tempted. Must get hot dog. Oh. I should have done that last time. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Don't care. Ouch! You spiked me right in the... That really hurt. Our iron bodies and pointy nastiness are being used against us. No fair! Has he discovered our weak points? Lol, Zilog. That's true, I could boil it. I guess just defend? I mean, I have nothing for him to do. I should probably do this. Of course, Materia Keeper. It's been on since I got it. And down they go.
Ugh. Do we have to go back to the minor league now, bro? I think I'm gonna be sick.
Congratulations, Craig Gonzalez. With this win, you've made the Major League. Now that, folks, is what I call a wild and woolly fight. Dig diggity doozy. Keep it up, kid. You're going places, I can tell. Major League, woo! Now on to the actually interesting part of the chapter. At least I think so. Up to now, it's just kind of like, okay, Coliseum, whatever. Mr. Gonzalez, Mr. Grubba wishes to see you in his office. Follow me, or die horribly, or possibly both. Mr. Grubba, I've brought Mr. Gonzalez as you requested. Miss Jolene, mind your manners now. We knock round here, missy. I apologize, Mr. Grubba. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it none. Know what I want again? Something about Gonzalez. Oh, yeah. Gonzalez, you old so-and-so. Let me congratulate you, son. Major League already, huh? Had a feeling you were going places, and dang, I love it when I'm right. You just keep on putting tuckuses in seats. I'm counting on you, son. Got a little special something for you. Go on, take it. Chump change. So yeah, something else has been on my mind. Your costume ain't cool. Oh, come on. No big deal, son, but hey, someday if you become champ, I'll get you a new one. Something hot pink, maybe, with frills or something. You'll look a sight, son. Anyway, that's something for another day, pard. Take a powder, okay? Mr. Gonzalez, please follow me if you would. This is the Major League locker room. You will use this room from this moment on. The match system is the same as the minor league, but the bouts are harder. Try not to get completely destroyed, okay, Mr. Gonzalez? Absolutely no welcome at all. Like, I mean, of course. What's the deal? Would it kill these guys to show a little friendliness? Yeesh. Studley guy coming through. Listen up, losers. I've been hearing about some rising star in the league. It's you, isn't it? Yeah, you fit the bill, Skinny. A mustache named Gonzalez. Man, I came all the way over here for you? What a waste of time. What's your deal, Gonzalez? Oh, the champ's belt. What in the... Hey, you get close to the hawk, you might get rocked. I'm not sure, but it definitely looks weird. I think you're right, Gonzalez. It's a fake. Hey, you think you can just smack talk the rock hawk? I don't think so. Believe it or not, this is a plot point. You got some guts calling my belt a fake, you shrimpy no-belt having wimps. Didn't your mama teach you any manners? Oh, sorry, yellow dude. Didn't mean to rip on your big bad belt. Stop making fun of me, punk. You're alive only 'cause we ain't in the ring right now. If I see you under those lights, I'll tear you apart. Remember the rock. Really pushed that dude's buttons, huh? Oh, forget him. Well, you got a problem. Your map pointed to Glitzville, right? That dude's belt has a fake star, a fake crystal star on it. Where the heck is the real one at? The plot thickens. If you want the crystal star, heed my instructions from X. The heck is this X dude? Talks like he's the man to see about that crystal star. Why do you want to help us out, though? This whole deal seems kind of whack. Yeah, let's get a heal in real quick. What it is X just doesn't know how to use a computer. He asked Zero once, and Zero couldn't really help him. And that guy's Spiky Joe. He's a major leaguer, so we'll see him later in the ring. He's super proud of his hard shell and pointy spike. Whatever. I'll be the champ someday, you bet.
Uh-huh, that's right. Just like the big legendary champion, Prince Mush.
Actually, there is Materia Keeper, although we've only found it thanks to data mining. Do I have... I do not. That could suck. Destroy the foe before you. That is the only concern of a true warrior. That's the Koopinator. He definitely looks tough. When we fight against him, it'll be a good idea to have a strategy from the get-go. Yeah, no kidding. That's Hamma Jamma. He must be one of the strongest major leaders. He's got a hammer like you do. I think that hammer's really important to him. Yeah, by the way, 2 of the hardest fights in here are a Koop Patrol and a Hammer Bros. Hey, where'd you get the hammer? You're biting my style. I'm the hammer guy. That's Shell Shock. He seems to be totally on top of his game. For some reason, though, I think he's just a big softy. Maybe I'm thinking too much. Pretty tough, baby. But if you're gonna have to power up to win here. All right. Let's save our orange Yoshi. I don't think I've ever done orange before. My son sure does like to watch you do your thing in the ring, that's for sure. And your new partner's also quite good. What's his name? Orangey? I'm a big fan of his now. Hey, great mustache. You're like almost as strong as Prince Mush, huh? Yeah, almost. Whoa, whoa, wait a minute. You're Gonzalez, ain't you? Let me take a shot. Yo, oh, great Gonzalez. 2 questions. How are you feeling today? And if you were a soda pop, what flavor would you be? Raspberry. Oh, Mr. Gonzalez, thanks to your success, my hourly pay went up. You're the man, man. Ah, lately when our eyes meet, my heart begins to race. Sigh. Well, well, Mr. Mustache, you've made it to the major leagues, have you? I'd keep a whisker tweaked, love. Something stinks here, and it's not ripe cheese. Call it a thief's intuition. Better safe than sorry, my sweet. Well, hello there, you hardy, heroic he-man of a man, you. You are lovely, dear. The gossips have it that you've made some headway in the major league. But I doubt you can beat Rawcock, you poor thing. You're simply too stringy. The only man for me is the one wearing that shiny belt. Toodaloo. Telling you, standards. Like, it's important to have standards, but... I mean, come on, lady. Give me a break. I can't say I approve of my little boy Bub witnessing these violent matches, but as long as he grows up and takes over the... Bobbington Corporation, I can't complain. Well, if it isn't Gonzalez, I enjoyed your fight earlier. Yes, you thrashed that lout. I don't think you're quite Rawhawk caliber, but you have potential. Keep at it. Yes, she likes raw chicken, Leander. I want that blimp, and I want that hot dog sign, and I want that battle poster. Let's buy another of these. And... honestly, let's buy another of these. There we go. Oh yeah, you can use the phone. Just a whole lot of random Easter egg stuff here. We can actually call Luigi, though. He's busy on his adventure, but he still has time to talk to his bro. And we'll do that later. Oh yeah, notice there's posters of us up now, by the way. Although they got the colors wrong. I mean, of course they did. Yes, Luigi is off doing an adventure I really wish we were doing. Don't mistake me, I love this game, but damn it. Alright, match time. Who's first? I think it's the Spinies. Yep. 5 turns or less. Okay, that's easy. We got that one. Oh yeah, you'll notice, by the way, I should have pointed this out. Even the fight people, the guys who come to pick us up, are actually more respectful when we're in the Major League. I like to think she looks like an Eclair. You know, curves in all the right places, which is none, I suppose, technically. Whatever. I guess Eclairs technically have curves. At one end and the other. So we're going to do this. So, HP 5, attack 3, defense is 5. Yeah, there are ways to deal with this. That's why we bought these. Because, yikes. This fight can be absolutely insane if you aren't prepared for it. Well, she doesn't have hair. She's just an Eclair with googly eyes. That's all she is. There's just googly eyes going. We're still only getting 11 coins. We'll get 11 coins this fight, 12 coins the next fight, and so forth and so on. One's posture in battle is forged by one's actions in life. Remember this. I have a super hard shell and super sharp spike. I may be small, but look out. You ought to know, man. This hammer was forged by my grandpappy. You don't think a new model like that can stand up to a vintage heirloom like this? Maybe I could use a power-up or two as well, because I ain't going nowhere. Quick aside, these are interesting characters to me, the Spinies, because they are the definition of hyper-specialization. Very high defense, and they can protect their only weakness. But they actually have pretty low attack power, and they can't really do much other than be super defended. My mind still spins with the idea of a Mario 4X game I want to make someday. It'll never happen, but I keep mentally building it in the back of my mind over the years. So next opponent is the Poker Faces. Oh, this one's... Oh, that's gonna suck. So, I have to do nothing on Mario. And Goombella has to handle the entire fight. That's one of the worst requirements, right there. The good news is I got this. Really, Leander? Really? So Mario will do nothing. And she'll use an earthquake. Imagine if partners couldn't use items in this one, like in the last one. Oh my god, Shadow Machine. But you can already see how the fights are getting far more complex, instead of just, here's a Koopa. Go to the watering hole outside the Glitz Pit. Well, alright. Let's go see what this is all about. I somehow doubt it, Kay. Although we do know he has some international accounts. And by international... By international, I mean national accounts, because he's got the Mushroom Kingdom. And Now, I actually miscounted. I need to buy another Earthquake. I might as well just buy 2 more, because I already used both of them. Why would you do this for me? Why would you do this to me, Ice Tray? I'm not actually kidding, though. I really have been quietly building a Mario 4X game in my head for like a couple years at this point. I really feel there's a lot of potential for factions and sizes and mechanics and all sorts of stuff. Oh, God. Oh! Thank you, Ice Tray. Thank you very, very, very much, Ice Tray. I doubt I'll ever actually get to, you know, make it because, you know, Nintendo is Nintendo. Maybe after I take over the world, you know. Because that's about what would be required to make that happen. Would I include the rabbits? Absolutely not. No. So I put that down for Suikoden. Thank you again, Ice Tray. And no, okay. He would not do any plumbing whatsoever. That's silly and ridiculous. How would Mario do plumbing? Hey, there's a star here. Excuse me, I got a letter. Oh, you're Mr. Gonzalez. Yeah, that's the mustache I've been waiting for. Actually, you're pretty late. Somebody left a package and a note by the door a bit ago. Look for a thick-stashed man named Gonzalez and give him this. The this in the letter was... this. Actually, in total honesty, Alex, no. I actually fell for this hook, line, and sinker, which I admit to my embarrassment. Congratulations on getting the Super Hammer. Way more powerful, but you can do a new technique. Here's the tutorial. That's true, Junior Shire. He did. You're right. Thanks, Deutsch. I mean, Toadette. So far as I can tell, that hammer's a new model, the Hammerwhack 2005. Real nice hammer all around. Solid craftsmanship, good grip, high bonkability. The commercials for this thing say this hammer chooses its user. They aren't cheap either, so whoever gave this to you must be a big fan. But why leave it in this juice shop? Doesn't that strike you as a bit odd? I mean, it's not like it's hard to hand a gift to a pro fighter. Smash the blockade in the minor league locker room. Oh, well, okay, sure. Weirdo. Well, you can pay money for it, but you won't get it, Kay. And I know what you're thinking. That's insane. Did you know there's cars where that's true? I'm not actually kidding. There are certain cars where if you buy them, they just stay on the lot. And if you want to drive it, you have to call ahead and get an appointment to go drive the car you bought. That's not a joke. Gonzalez, isn't it? I got the word you wanted to move back down to the minor league again. Can't say I understand why. Anyways, go in. I wonder who gave him word. That's the older of the Iron Adonis twins. You can tell he's older by his red shoes. I don't think they took their loss to you too well, Mario. I'd be careful around them. That's the younger of the Iron Adonis twins. He and his brother totally hate you. Is it a rule that older brothers wear red shoes and younger brothers wear green? Funny if I'm wearing green right now. Mr. Gonzalez, you're back in the minor league? Yeah, that's Sir Swoop. He just got on board here. Hey, no, he's the newbie. You definitely notice how quick the turnaround is when new people come in. What's the matter, Bomb? Did you leave something, Bomb? Is Mustache here to laugh at Gruftor? Grrrk. Hey, it's Mr. Stinkwad. What are you doing here? If you want to fight outside the ring, I'll give you a fight, you big jerk. You cannot even have your car at home. No, okay. That really isn't a joke. And I think Ferrari does do that, although I could be wrong. Wrong one. Hey, we got some dubious papers. Oh, Gonzalez, that's some kind of scientific paper on the crystal stars. Who'd be investigating those things besides us? They even took pictures. Who'd leave something like this lying around? This just reeks of funny business. I agree. Oh my god, it's Jolene! You again. Mr. Gonzalez, what are you doing in here? This is minor league locker room. Major league athletes are forbidden. Even if they weren't, it's hardly appropriate to bash down our walls. I'll just be confiscating this, thank you very much. This should have been the clue that gives it away. I really don't. This is why I feel embarrassed. I can't believe I didn't pick up on this. So she knew we were in here. Someone told us... Someone told the guard to let us in. She has access to plenty of money to buy us the hammer, and she knew we had the info that she was trying to get a hold of, that she was using us to get. So... like, it makes perfect sense if you sit back and think about it. I just didn't as a kid. Or I guess as a teenager at this point. I mean, it's not like you own something you buy, Kay. Have you bought a movie on Amazon lately? Let's see. Next opponent is Shell Shockers. That'll be easy. Avoid switching partners. Yep. Okay. We're good. We're good. That'll be a joke. Do, 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 do. I should probably do that, actually. That's a fair point. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about Google Stadia. See you around, Ice Tray. Thank you again. Maybe I'll make that 4X game someday. One of the things I was designing mentally in my head was the idea that some units for some of the factions, basically you build a basic unit and then you upgrade it and then you upgrade it and then you upgrade it into different specializations. Like Goombas and Koopas are the most obvious examples, because there's so many different types of Goombas and Koopas. Let's do this. Hate to do it because we're going to miss out on a thing, but he's the danger. Damn it. That's true, it's totally not Mario, and these are Goombas. They're not Goombas at all. What are you talking about? I should stop being OCD about tattling anyways. So these guys can attack while downed, which is actually a new concept at the time. In fact, they're far more dangerous while downed, as you can see. I probably shouldn't have shown that off with two of them, but I knew I had the mushroom on me, so whatever. Oh, that didn't kill him. That sucks. Well, we lived through it. Barely. Now that's a decent time to get double experience. Now, unfortunately, this is going to suck, because I'm pretty low on health.
You made us look like suckers the other day. Now you're gonna pay for it. Oh, a little tired from your match. Great stinkwad. Too bad. Prepare for pain.
Now, the good news is that this is the exact same fight as before. So if I can survive one round, I got this. Nope. We're down.
Yeah, now who's laughing, huh? Us, that's who.
The old one or the new one, Alex? An unsanctioned match like this won't affect his ranking, but hoo-wee, what a beating. So yeah, you actually don't... There's no detriment to losing that fight, by the way. Because we already won the fight that actually mattered.
Keep sticking your nose where it doesn't belong, and you are dead meat.
Man, that dude sounds peeved. I'm thinking that isn't our ex-buddy. Yeah, so funny fact, 3 separate people email us across this chapter, and the only thing you have to tell who is whom is the manner in which they write. Well, the live-action one is hot garbage, Alex, which can occasionally be funny to make fun of, but no, it's total garbage. Sorry, I'm just thinking. Oh, I actually almost never lose that fight. It's just, whatever. Oops, sorry, sorry. My father decided to quit Hammer Brothers School and go to Business Brothers School. How could he do that? I guess it's the responsible thing to do, but sheesh. Don't judge a buzzy beetle by its shell, mister. No items. Okay, that's not too bad. Although... Yep. Compared to the first game, they don't use fuzzies that much in this game. Thank goodness. Fuzzies suck. No, I'm not going to get OCD about tattling on every single creature. Let's just win. Yeah, these ones suck FP out. See you around max time. Normally I make it a point to tattle on every single creature that I can. Because I'm insane, I guess. I don't know. Now, I've been holding off on this for a while, but we're officially at the point where I really need that extra HP, so we're going to go ahead and spring for that. And the next, like, 6 levels will all be going to badge points. Roughly. Or we could start cheating, finally. Whatever. Since apparently I cheat in every game I play. Ooh, look, cake! Jolene bought you a piece of cake from a fan, I guess. Ooh, sweet. That looks totally yummy. If you chow down on that, I bet you can ride the sugar rush. I don't know, I'm on a diet, but I love cake. Oh, that was delicious. Oh, it was wonderful. Each day dawns, and with it a new opportunity to hone many skills. This is This spike is my trademark, mister. Why'd you think I'd call you Spiky Joe anyways? Your trademark must be your mustache, huh? Spiky Joe and mustache. Together they'll fight crime. That'd be a killer TV show. I'd watch it. Hi, Tazara. The day my grandpappy finished this hammer, I fought by his side. The champ seems pretty worried about you, baby. Yeah, he should be. Avoid switching partners out. That's easy. So, you might wonder what I'm doing here. I'm demonstrating a weird glitch in the game. This is actually something speedrunners use. While you're in the air, the game doesn't track things properly. So, you notice how he wasn't showing up, even though plenty of time had passed? It's because I was airborne, and the game wasn't... Imagine if the timer stopped every time I was in the air while I was doing that. There's ways to completely glitch out certain puzzles in this game by using that trick. By the way, I hate to point this out, but I don't know if you're aware of this, Nascosta, but just because something is in a contract does not actually make it legal. Country rules usually override that kind of a thing. That's actually come up several times in the recent years where someone will put something in terms of service and say, aha, you agreed to this, and then they were taken to court and then they lost because that doesn't hold up legally. I mentioned that because that's come up with video game stuff recently. Like, I forget what it is, but last year one video game was like, hey, you totally allow us to own all rights to your streams if you stream our game ever, or something like that. And they failed miserably to enforce that. Oh, this is a weird situation. We'll appeal! Yeah, we'll tattle. Why not? We got nothing to do this round. That's a green Magic Koopa. It's a Koopa wizard dressed in green. It has magic attacks and can also magically electrify allies, make them invisible. Oh, this also says it'll use magic to make copies of itself when it's alone, which is totally lame. Yeah, it's probably about to do that. Yep. At least the electricity wore out. Yeah, Digital Homicide was one of them. Like I said, there's several examples of that recently. Let's just guess. Nope. Please don't be the back one. Thank you. Last name for Mario. Giuseppe. No, So yeah, that's Bowser. Oh, another fighter storming and screaming his fool head off about something. Gonzalez has lots of foes, folks. Some who don't even know his name. Will he live? Word on the street was that some mustache doofus was in Glitzville, and looky here. Talk about perfect timing, and all these folks get to watch me myrtleize you. Boss number 2. I'm gonna destroy you, and I have witnesses. Yeah, So this actually is a pretty rough fight. I just realized I lied. There's actually 4 bosses in this chapter, not 3. Sorry. This is 2 of 4. That's Bowser. What's he doing here? My mind just blew a fuse. HP 30, attack 3, defense 1. He's uglier than I expected. He's got a poisonous bite, so watch out. Also, if he ground pounds, you won't be able to use one of your commands. So he only has 2 of the attacks from the first game that really matter. And he has like 4 attacks total, but 2 that really matter, and all of them are weaker than they were at the end of the last game, which makes sense. He's not powered up this time. This will be funny. Good morning, Final Harmony. This is going to sound weird, but I don't think I'd give Mario a last name. Like, last names have a purpose and a reason to exist here, in real life, but they don't necessarily in the Mushroom Kingdom. I'd expect nothing less from you, Mario. Figures you'd get some licks in. So in other words, to put it simply, I don't think Mario was actually born with a last name. Like in canon or whatever. And don't say Mario, because that's dumb and stupid and not actually relevant. Oh, that's our Gonzalez. He don't even bat an eye when some nut ambushes him. Tough. You're too tough, son. And you're only gonna get tougher. Stay tuned, folks. Until next time, see ya. This may sound strange, but I actually like how they vary up each of these fights. Well, not each of them, but I like how they vary up several of the fights. You'll notice that both the Bowser fight and the Iron Adonis fight were effectively nerfed to the point where they weren't really unfair, even though they could have been. Like, they could have made that Bowser fight just as hard as they wanted to, and they chose to bring it down. And the Iron Adonis fight is exactly the same fight as it was before, which is just a 2-shotter. And if you lose, you don't lose anything. So... Mario Koopa. I see you have the gleam of a true warrior in your eyes. There's no way a mustache is better than a spike. I mean, that's just crazy talk. I agree. My hammer's really been on fire lately. Seriously, man, I can't lose. Oh, you're next, aren't you? Oh, this one. Don't use any flower points? That might suck a little bit, but whatever. Actually, I have heard a fan theory that Mario, Luigi, and Peach are all last names. You know, like how we always call him Picard, right? How often do we call him Jean-Luc? You know, to use a parallel. So this fight is a unique fight, one of the only unique fights in this arena. And it's actually pretty rough if you're not ready for it. Especially since I can't use FP, so that's gonna suck. Or Shepard in Mass Effect, that's another good example. Or Hawk in Dragon Age 2. So he has 6 attack power. No defense, but he has a spear. Which is the actual difficulty here, believe it or not. It depends on which continuity you're looking at, Junior Shire, unfortunately. Yeah. If you bring the... I should have done this. If you bring the Hammerman badge to this fight, it's a lot easier. John Luck Pickard? I stand by my earlier statement. I like to think that they just don't have first and last names in this setting, for the most part. I mean, they might have something like a clan name, like most of the Toads are name Toad, right? But that's it. Or, you know, most of the Koopas are name Koopa. Go to the telephone booth. Well, okay. If I absolutely had to give Mario a name, I would do this. Let's see here. Hang on. Italian last names.
Here's a summary from Wiktionary. Russo, Ferrari, Cancio, Bianchi, Alfonsi, Romano, Colombo, Ricci, and more.
I like Ferrari. There you go. Mario Ferrari. There's your answer. Gonzalez. Good timing, you pudgy little punk. Uncle Rockhawk's got a little advice for you. If you keep stealing the spotlight from me, you're going to enter a world of hurt. Quit making such a splash if you value your puny life. What a creep. How dare he threaten us like that? Talk about low class. Wait, he threatened us. Do you think the hate mail came from chicken legs? Well, who knows. One thing's for sure, we gotta watch our step from now on. I mean, have you ever seen a Mario speedrun, Zilok? Especially, say, Mario World or Mario 64. Because, holy crap. Title match is coming up. My son is so proud of you. He's your biggest fan. And say, where's your little partner today? I wanted to meet Orangey. He's right here. Get pumped, Orangey. The title match is coming up. I'm pulling for you. Yeah, give him heck. The great mustache. You gonna beat Rockhawk and then Prince Mush? Yes. 2 questions. How's your mind state? And if you were a jungle animal, what noise would you make? I just realized I must be in love with him or something. You'll be champ soon. Don't tell, but I'm rooting for you. This Meows is gone, by the way. You notice that? Well, hello there, you large, lovely tiger of a man, you. Oh, the gossip has it you've made some major headway in the Major League. But I doubt you can beat Rockhawk, you poor thing. Damn it, Zilog. Did anyone at least get the reference? The stupid, stupid reference I was making. Combat sports do so repel me, but my dear Bub will be a corporate VP someday. I hear those boardrooms can get quite heated. Perhaps he should know self-defense. I wonder if there's any reputable self-defense tutors around here. Oh, it's you, Gonzalez. I should say you have Rockhawk's attention now, Yes, I have a feeling you might just become the champion one day, not long from now. Yeah, in about 20 minutes or so. Hey, I saw you in a fight. Yeah, you're real strong. My daddy was real happy. People who my daddy likes are really great, mostly. So you're going to be great, too. That would actually be awesome, Materia Keeper. Yeah, for those of you not aware, you can go through the entire Coliseum thing again. The problem is it's completely identical, with one extremely minor change. Whoops, I went the wrong way. The only change is Grubba's not there. That's it. So it can get you a little bit of extra experience. It can get you tattles you missed, but for the most part, it's just, okay, whatever. Yes, they do recover. Go to the storage room next to Grubba's office. Okay. Yeah, we're okay. Oh, that's true. You can, so you can fight Sir Swoop, and it's Jolene instead of Grubba. But that's it. Even the Raw Cockfight is completely identical. It's such a letdown. Like, I get it. They wanted to let you get experience in gold and, you know, get the tattles you missed, but whoop-de-doo, you know. So you're telling me you have no idea who got inside? What do we pay you for?
I'm awfully sorry, Miss Jolene. I heard a noise in there, but I couldn't find nothing.
Fine. Leave the rest of this matter to me. Go back to your post. And listen to me carefully. Do not ever tell anyone of this, or I'll have your job. You, Mr. Gonzalez, this is highly inappropriate. What business do you have here? Please, I must ask you to stay out of places we have no business being. In case you didn't catch that, she's the one who asked us to come here via the Mr. X mails. And of course, here's who she was hearing. Oh, we get to meet again, you husky-mustached hunk, you. You again? Missed Flirt a lot? Are you following us or what? You know, security heard you bungling around in here. It was you, right? Oh, please, no one heard me. I'm the best mouse burglar of all time. I'm silent. It's quite obvious someone else must have been monkeying about in here. Police, I am like so sure. Hush, all you need to know is I've taken what I needed and now I'll be on my way. As for the rest, help yourself to whatever you like. And now we must part again, my sweet mustache man. Are you like the biggest floozy ever, or what? I almost forgot, my sweet. The arena holds many secrets, you know. You should be very careful, lest you end up like those poor souls upstairs. And with that, goodbye, my delectable hunk of cheese. I swear I'm going to head bonk her if she doesn't watch it. Whatever. What do you mean about poor souls upstairs? Find the staircase switch to reach the attic. Staircase switch? Only there was something we could do. Really, Shadow Machine? That is actually quite funny. Yeah, Alex. She runs a badge shop. It's how she makes her living. That's why after each chapter there's more badges available at the badge shop. Yes, Goombella is super jealous of Miss Mouse. As I've mentioned before, all of the female characters, female playable characters have a crush on Mario. So... Actually, you say that jokingly, Kay, but every single one of them brings up the mustache. So, So you didn't find hide nor hair of nobody in the storage room, that what you're saying? Yes, Mr. Grubber. It appears to be secure. Don't worry about it, sir. I've taken the necessary precautions. It was most likely just a rat or something.
Well, no biggie either way. Ain't nothing in there we'd miss too much anyway. Thanks for staying on top of this, Jolene. Hey, by the way, any word on King K?
I'm afraid we still don't know the whereabouts of King K, Mr. Grubber. And so I deleted his spot in our roster, per regulations. The Glitz Pit no longer has any official connections to KP Pete, a.k.a. King K. I have, of course, taken the same steps with all the fighters who have gone missing.
Ooh, fighters sure have been gone missing a lot lately. That's the 5th this year. What tarnation's going on? I've been hearing the security idiots saying the pit's cursed.
I doubt that, sir, but I certainly don't understand the disappearances.
Well, for the time being, tell the other fellows King K head home for a spell. Word gets out about missing fighters, it sure ain't gonna be good for business, no siree. Nasty rumors have a way of sending folks running for the hills, you know what I mean?
I understand completely, Mr. Grubber. I'll take care of everything, sir.
You know, Jolene, you're a dang fine manager, but you just plumb disappear sometimes. I gotta know, where in the world do you go, darling?
Mr. Grubber, I know you're my boss, but I don't believe that's any of your business.
Whoa, easy. Didn't mean to pry now. How about this, then? You ever heard of the Crystal Star?
No, I've never heard of such a thing, Mr. Grubber.
Okie doke. Well, I appreciate your time, Mr. Jolene. Mrs. Jolene. You go ahead and run along now, you hear?
Well, if this ain't a fine how'd you do, seems like good fighters are a dying breed. That wild child Gonzalez is just about the only draw I still got around here. Psst, Mario, you listening to this? This whole missing fighter thing stinks of funny business. Yeah, I just thought King K retired and headed back to his hometown.
What in the hey? Dang ceiling spooking me. Hey, somebody up there?
Squeak.
Ooh, Nelly. Just a little old mouse. Here I am thinking someone's up there a-peeping. Gotta relax. Take some yoga. Yep, back to the ring.
So this is a point that's not made fully clear in English, but he wasn't fooled there. Grubba's actually pretty smart, and he picks up immediately that there's someone snooping on him in the ceiling. Did you catch how Grubba came out of left field with that crystal star bit? Jolene was totally weird, right? I'm betting she knows something. Anyway, for now we better get out of here before someone finds us. I think it's part of what I like about Grubba. He is yet another character archetype where he's playing someone who he obfuscates stupidity. Basically, he's not nearly as stupid as he looks or acts. I guess you get the point. Use at least one special move. That should be easy. So this can be a rough fight. This is one of the varied fights where you have to be ready for multiple different types of enemies. And funnily enough, this is one of the only places where we can encounter these. We're not going to tattle, though. We're not going to... Gotta fight the OCD. Gotta fight the completionism. So yeah, Boomerang Brother, Hammer Brother, Fire Brother. In most games, that would be a mean combo, so... Honestly, I'm surprised these guys aren't higher ranked, but whatever. So I need to use at least one special ability. Okay. God damn it. Phone went off. I'm not even kidding. Oh, whatever. Oh my gosh. I don't know, comma. I hear social media is pretty horrible, period. I usually avoid Twitter aside from doing announcements, period. Lord Ed saying he's going to try out Twitter. I don't remember Fuzzy Ducks, admittedly. I know a lot of enemies are in the Pit of Trials, so maybe. Yeah, pretty much just treat Twitter as a business thing. That works out for me. So, this is your last warning. Stop snooping around about the Crystal Star. So, in case you missed that, all of the Mr. X things are from Jolene, obviously. The threat we got earlier was from Rockhawk. This threat is not from Rockhawk. This is from Grubba, who figured out that we were in the ceiling, like I mentioned. If you don't, you'll suffer the same fate as the others who have gone missing. And, of course, it is deliberate that the characters, including Goombella here, assume that that was actually Rockhawk, a.k.a. the second person. Oh, great, our angry pen pal again. He seems to have a lot of information. I mean, he knows about the Crystal Star and the missing fighters. He even knows about Revenstig. So we're going to heal up, because the next fight can be pretty mean. If it's a no item fight, whatever. Basically, yes, Ma Washington. Although that's not really a hard thing to assume, is it? I mean, think about it. My father, the business bro, is in the audience today. He worries about me getting hurt doing this kind of work. I can't let him see me lose. If things are going badly, knock him on his back, okay? Sure thing, buddy. Nobody knows who the mysterious stranger is. So, this... Oh my god. This is one of the worst conditions. Let your enemy damage you 5 times. You do not want to see that this late into the arena. Pardon me, Mr. Gonzalez. Another gift arrived from one of your admirers. I'll just hand it over here, if that's okay. Do with it what you will. Oh, hey, a delicious cake. I don't know, guys. I'm kind of on a diet, though. I mean, that's a delicious-looking cake, but nah. I don't think I'll eat it. I'll let Permeus. Permeus, do you want to eat this cake? You go ahead. Enjoy, Permeus. So, yeah, these are red chomps. These guys suck. And I gotta let them damage me 5 times. Of course they don't have dialogue. Why would they? Yeah. I'm tempted to just fail this. And, you know, do it again with a different requirement. No, you have to meet the special condition to progress. So we do have to do that to go forward. One, two. Well, that might work out, comma. I find Twitter is okay as long as you don't go perusing it, period. 3, 4. You can kind of see why I finally sprang for the HP up, by the way. Honestly, just appeal. Let's appeal. We might need it for the last match. Or the next match. And the last match. Whoops. I defended. That's okay. It'll take another round to kill him anyways. Remind me not to defend next round. In the face. There we go. Okay. That should do it. Come on, double X ball. We still haven't cheated. If anything, I feel like that's a good example of how this game is a little better designed than the previous game. I have felt no inclination or desire to cheat. Hey, what's up with the blue guy over there? Ugh. Body went numb. Stupid cake. Hate cake. Never eat cake again. Oh my gosh, that cake was poisoned. Oh yeah. If we'd eaten it, that'd have been us on the floor. Yeah, we need to heal. Because the next fight is the Coopinator. So if this has a no special or no item requirement, I think we'll be okay. If this has a damage us 5 times thing, that's gonna really suck. Just between you and me, sometimes I have nightmares that my spike fell off. Oh, I know those nightmares. Start to lose confidence when your rank doesn't go up. You know what I mean, man? Hey, but I come this far. I can't stop now. I have to fight for the Koopas who helped me get me here. I have to, man. I suppose that's true, Alex. Legs like grape jelly, shell shaking. Hate you, cake. Hate you. Don't use your hammer. Okay. That kind of sucks. But I think we can make that work. Hello, Delbach. So, time to fight the Terminator. I mean, the Koopinator. This is the other reason I like this section. Each of these feels like a little mini boss. Like, I like the variety. You know what? Screw it. So here's what I'm going to do. I've been debating this whole time. I'm going to give a gameplay minus because this game sucks and it's the worst game ever made. And I'm going to have a gameplay plus because it's the best game ever made. And if I've learned anything about the internet, it's you can only be extremes. You have to love something or hate something unconditionally. And I will never stop making fun of that. Which means I hate everything unconditionally. Especially you. Bob. Let's see. Nah, let's do this. Well, oh yeah, I just realized I need to give another gameplay negative too. And listen to that crowd. So there's another gameplay plus. I could probably give it like 5 more and not even bat an eye, but let's wait. Alex, not only have I seen that video, I've linked that video to dozens of people for a couple of years at this point, or however long it's been out. Like, I'm sorry, that is so true, and I have been dealing with that for a long time. Okay, so don't jump. Okay. Actually, we'll do this one. Yeah, he hurts, by the way. 5 damage to both party members is his normal attack. Must tattle. This guy just oozes toughness, don't you think? After he charges up power, his next attack will be devastating. It's almost like the red eyes are trying to warn you how tough he is. Or maybe he just doesn't get enough sleep. Okay. By the way, he will kill me in 2 rounds if I don't defeat him. Keep in mind, I walked into this fight ready to go. Aw, screw. That, I just screwed that up completely. I think I can make that work. Basically, I have to defeat him next round. Or okay, he decided to power, so he will kill me. I thought it was no jump. I swore it was no jump. Whatever. He's gonna kill me this round. That's okay. I'll take that free experience. Free, listen to me. You're sure it was Hammer? Because I just ranked up. Like, you're absolutely sure. Really wish I had the spike sheets. If I had the spike badge, I would be doing much better right now. So this is the point at which I reached out to Bragon, like, hey, I know you finished all your lines, and I'm really sorry, but I need you to do, like, one more line that I can't avoid. And Bragon was like, I hate you, Lore, and I want you to die. What time could that key be for? Like, there's no avoiding that line. It's impossible. Well, assuming I do have to fight that guy again, I need to buy some new things to help deal with him again. Watch, and then it'll be like, no items, and I'll just be like, well... I wonder what happens if you give Tasty, or Zesty, excuse me, the hot dog and ask her to cook with it. I don't think I've tried that. At least I have no memory of trying that. I just realized I never explained the pluses and minuses. So the minus is for, you know, filler fights, like I said. The plus is for Chapter 3's latter half being very well designed, in my opinion. Between the requirements and the different... Basically, each fight is manually crafted and therefore requires a variety of strategies to get through, which I appreciate. And the game allows you to change up your build completely and heal to full and go restock on items at every junction, in between every fight, so... You know, good stuff all around. Oh my gosh. What happened here? Bandy Andy, King K. Ugh. Bandy Andy looks terrible. Who could have done this? Poor King K. What happened here? ... Gonzalez, listen to me. Oh, man, don't get near the ring when no one is around. Andy, stay with us. What do you mean don't get near the ring? Oh, we gotta go and figure... Oh my god, it's Jolene! We must destroy her. Get back here, Jolene. Wow, she's fast. Holy crap. Where the heck did she go? Well, whatever, I suppose. I guess we'll just forget all about that and do another fight. You were right. We have to fight the Coopinator again. It's so weird. I swore it said rank up. No, whatever. Don't attack in the first 3 turns. On this guy. One. Oh my god. Yeah, that's gonna suck. 2. And that would be 3, I believe? I sure hope that was 3, because I gotta do stuff basically right now. Unfortunately, I'm not sure there's a lot I can do about that. Let me think about this for a second. So if he does a single attack, I can manage this. No, I can't. Yeah, I can. No, I can't. Just waste this shroom here, but whatever. Maybe Takoida. And she's out. Yeah, I don't know the counter timing at all, Fuzzy Duck, so I'm not going to try that. Would you stop throwing things at me? Oh, I know it has a 3-frame window. That's why I'm not even going to try, Fuzzy Dog. Not even going to try. Okay, hopefully I counted the 3 turns correctly, because... Ugh. Oh yeah, hey, I beat you. Should you ever face me again, you will know the pain of utter defeat. You can keep on. I'm gonna keep fighting too. You know, I'm actually a little jealous of your hammer. I mean, your skill. But forget skill. I'm gonna try harder than you and become champ anyway. Yeah, this is the longest chapter in the game, by the way. I think I mentioned that. The only thing that comes close to that is Chapter 8. And that's kind of a cheat. Okay. Guess what? It's the title match! Hoo-wee, darn tootin'. You're up against the champ, Rock Hawk. Now I want to see a fair and exciting match, so don't let me down. I want you to use at least one special move. Okay, that's an easy requirement. He can screw you over on the champion match. And this is a hard fight in its own right. Hey, where do you think you're going, pal? Ring's this way. Yeah, you go this way. This way this time because it's a special match. Okay, sure, whatever. Dum dum doo dum dum da da da. Slow down, will you, buddy? Why are we going this weird way again? God, what a weirdo. This is extremely non-suspicious behavior. You two wait here. But this is a minor league locker room. Speaking of which, where is everybody? I know I said to wait here, but Mario, we're gonna miss our fight against the champ. Meanwhile... Now for today's main event, the top dog of the Major League, the Great Gonzalez, is finally gonna throw down with the champ, the one and only Rock Hawk. First into the ring, the feral nuclear reactor, Rock Hawk. Woo! Women fling bras, men fling underwear. Who doggies, champ? How you feeling, son? Your challenger's a handful. You don't want a handful of this. There's only one champ, and it's me. Even if this Gonzalez shows up, what's he gonna do, huh? Nothing. But the Great Gonzalez made it to the top of the Major League faster than anyone. He even got there faster than you did, champ. What do you gotta say about that? What do I have to say? That's what. Who cares what this guy did to a bunch of chumps? Now he's gonna get rocked. If it's not obvious, it is Rock Hawk specifically who tried to sabotage the match. And the door's locked. Oh my gosh, Mario, it's locked. The door's locked. We're totally trapped. And now for our challenger, the merciless executioner, the Great Gonzalez. Hold the phone, folks. What the hell's going on? What happened to the Great Gonzalez? I'll tell you what happened. He fears the Rock. Ooh-wee, what a stupefying development, folks. Did the Great Gonzalez really turn yellow and head for the hills like a dog? I tell you what, folks. If we don't show soon, he's going to forfeit the match. Oh, no. We totally couldn't just challenge him again. Or break the door down. I mean, we have a giant improved hammer. But no, let's do a puzzle sequence. Hey, there's a statue. Wow, wake up, Lore. There's a poster of Princess Peach here. And a completely empty Major League room, which is kind of strange when you think about it. And a toilet. Why is there a toilet? You know what? I don't want to know why there's a toilet. Never mind. I withdraw my question. That was maybe the grossest thing I've ever done. Oh, what's the deal, man? You could drop your hammer in the can? I hate doing that. What? Don't you have a match right now? You, why do you dally here? Your foe awaits. Why'd you just come out of the toilet? Don't ask. Just in case. This is actually a pretty rough fight. The moment you've been waiting for, folks. The great Gonzalez just entered the arena. And then the crowd just goes nuts for us. I mean, who wouldn't want to go nuts for Mario? Honestly. Or in this case, Wario. Just listen to that crowd hoot and holler for the challenger, Great Gonzalez. Will his hammer a hurt be enough to rock the Rockhawk's socks? Now at long last, the battle to end all battles is here. Let's keep it clean, folks. Okay, Mario, this is it. Match with the champ. Let's destroy this guy. You wimp should have stayed locked up safe and sound. What? What are you saying? Don't tell me it was you who told that security guard to lock us up. You're darn right I did. I also sent you that poisoned cake, suckers. That's what happens when you mess with me, baby. You meet the pain train. So you're the jerk that's been sending us emails about the Crystal Star. Huh? I have no idea what you're babbling about now. What's a Crystal Star? No, wait, I don't care. I may not exactly play fair, but I got skills, punk. And now you're about to meet 'em all, baby. Prepare to get rocked. Use a special move at least once. Okay. Yes, in wrestling terms, this guy is a heel. Although the funny thing is, as we find out later, the only reason he did this was because he thought we were calling him a fake. Remember when we called his star a fake? Damn it. He thought we were calling him a fake. So he got pissed off about that, and he decided to go after us. He flips and flaps and slaps. That's what the book says. 40 attack, 40 HP. God, 40 attack, that'd be horrifying. He's really good at aerial maneuvers, but other than that, he's pretty meh. One thing you should know is Rockhawk never fights above the board. Carelessness leads to lifelessness, you know. Sorry, debating my options here. God dang it. Not too shabby. You're better than I thought. This may actually be fun. Don't get your head swelled, though, because you got a ways to go. Check this out. Time to rock. Yeah, he hurts, by the way. Man, you're kind of annoying. How dare you turn the rock back on the hawk? I should have just taken care of you before battle. I'm getting lazy, I guess. Well, since it's come down to this, I guess I got no choice but to do this weird maneuver. Damn it, damn it, damn it! Ugh. You can nullify all of that if your timing is good. My timing was not good. I've only just begun to rock. And done. Oh, Rockcock, the champ, the undefeated master, lost to such losers. Yeah. Cry me a river, buddy. Well, chapter complete. Ooh. Oh, and now we get the B listing. God, we're behind. Folks, I feel like my eyes just popped out of my head. We got ourselves a miracle. Technique versus technique. Raw power versus raw power. A clash of superhumans. Folks, this was truly, honestly, without question, no doubt, absolutely the most legendary, amazing, improbable, history-making bout of all time. And the victor in this match for the ages was the great Gonzalez. Congrats, Gonzalez. You're the champ, son. Give him a hand, folks. Well, we did it. Chapter over. Well, you finally did it, son. Today's your first day as the new champ. Here's your belt. It's garbage. It's literally a fake. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and get you set up in the champ's room right away. Miss Jolene, be a peach and show Gonzalez here the champ's room, okay? Absolutely, sir. Well then, Mr. Champion, would you follow me, please? Yeah, I was going to say, Wario literally has a wrestling persona, doesn't he? Or am I thinking of the wrong guy? I could see that, Junior Shire. Congratulations again, Master Champion. From now on, this is where you'll stay. It's your room now, so make yourself at home. You'll use the terminal as you always have, of course. Will there be anything else? No. I don't feel like fighting Coopinator over and over. Thank you, though. You can, if you want to. Mario, darling, we've finally done it. We beat that lout, but I dare say the chicken truly had no clue about the crystal star. We're still in dire straits as far as the real one goes. Wherever could it be? Email time! Or not. Oh, I do believe I hear a voice coming from somewhere. Right. Sorry, this Steen next. Well, I hope whoever that is isn't talking loudly enough just so... Oh, here we go. There's the email. Find the ghost in the champ's room. Get out of my party. Actually, I need you in my party. So this is like the best heal in the entire game right here. This is the only real benefit for doing the Colosseum a second time. It heals your HP, your MP, and fills your star power to max. So it's nice if you're going after some of the super optional stuff. Find the ghost. She's not a ghost, she's a spirit. There's a difference. Anyways, so... Oh, that's in perfect condition, as usual. As long as I got that baby working for me, this old bod ain't never gonna get weak. But I'm gonna have to watch for my tootsies here for a little bit. First I let that King K idiot walk into me when I was with that. Now I can't shake the feeling Jolene and Gonzalez are on to me. That's why I'm having this loud conversation in an area where I know Gonzalez is right now, because I'm trying to lure him into a trap. Seriously. I guess I'll burn that bridge when the time comes. I'll just disappear him. Yep, just like I did to them others. Like I did to Prince Mush, the first champ! That's Grubba. You think he could have made all those fighters disappear? I better lock this room up tighter than a peanut butter jar at a squirrel convention. I'll just go ahead and hide the paper relating to that in my desk drawer. Wink, wink. There we go. You know what, though? Since I'm thinking out loud here, good fighters ain't nothing to mess with. Even Rockcock lost to Gonzalez. This new champ might have to disappear pretty soon, for my sake. But yeah, this is him luring us into a trap if it's not really obvious. Yeah, I feel like he said something about his desk drawer. It's a machine under the ring using the crystal star. So I kind of like the backstory of this. Oh no, it's you. How'd you get in here, son? Well, slap me and call me a sassafras. You're staring at my secret paper, too. Ah, you total scumbag. You sucked the life out of poor Kay and Bandy Handy. Oh, Nelly, this ain't good. Peace. He just bails. I love that. So, yeah. What happened was, back in the day, Grubba managed to work his way towards the top of the champion and ended up winning the star. Remember how I mentioned the star was the prize for tournaments for generations? Once he won the star, he was like, wow, this is awesome. It allows me to power up. I wonder. And he turned most of his fortune into designing and building this device, which would allow him to use the star to drain the power and essence of other fighters. That'd be nice, Dakoita, but no. Get in a quick save. This boss fight is actually very interesting. It's either very easy or very hard, one of the two. Gotta say, you're all a couple slack-jawed idiots sniffing around my business. Now, you know my big secrets. I'm afraid you're gonna have to take a little old dirt nap. So, this boss fight, the way this works is he spends the first 3 or 4 rounds just buffing himself. And he gives himself a lot of buffs, including some buffs we haven't seen before, including being able to make 2 actions per round, for example. So, the goal here is to basically defeat him before he finishes buffing, or at least get him far enough down. If he starts to unload after buffing, he will wreck us. So we might finally have to start cheating, because I am about 2 levels lower than what I should be at this point. You like my machine? Pretty dang nice, huh? Yep, I've been sucking power from fighters with this baby. Slurp. You darn tootin'. You know why? Because it keeps my bod forever young, son. Using a crystal star to look good? You are so totally vain. You're going to pay for that. Oh, just shut your traps now. I'll use my crystal star however I dang please. Check this out. Yeah, it's basically a DPS race. If you can withstand the buffs, sure, but honestly, you don't have a lot of tools in your arsenal to do so at this point in the game. Later on in the game, there's ways to simply avoid attacks, which might have worked for this, but we don't have any of that stuff yet. Ooh-wee, I'm gonna smoosh you guys like guacamole and snack on your energy, too. So, yeah. Let's see what we can do. Macho! My power in the house now, you pestering little pieces of prairie prickle. So long as I have this here machine, my body'll be rough, tough, and ultra buff. I'm not going to tattle him. That's just going to waste a turn. Just double checking. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame, because I really do like a lot of the, like I mentioned earlier, the custom, manually crafted encounters they made for this entire section. And then there's just this guy, which is a DPS race. So that's the double move. Basically haste, the equivalent of haste. He pretty much always starts with that. That should be... Keep it spicy, you know I love a good tussle, Gonzalez. Keep on scrapping, son. Of course, it ain't gonna do you much good in the end. So this should be... Power up, yep. And... Defense up? Nope, he's gonna do an attack. That's actually good, because if he raises his defense, this is gonna get really irritating very quickly. You'll notice his power-up thing only lasted 1 turn, by the way. Okay. This is something I've heard some mixed feelings of. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So you see that fog? That fog means every attack now has a percentage chance to miss. So here's how this works. at certain set points, they're based on your levels. That's how I know where I'm at relative to where I should be. At certain levels, the crowd size increases. You notice we have 100 instead of 50. That'll go up to 150 and then to 200 later. However, at each increase, the set gets more involved, and those tend to be detrimental for both sides. So that fog means he can miss and I can miss. It's a percentage chance. Later on, the lights will have a thing, and the ceiling will have a thing, and so forth and so on. So this could suck. We're gonna go and go for broke here and hope we hit. Nope, that sucked. Not too shabby, Gonzalez. You got showmanship, and that's gold in this biz. But this here battle's just getting started. It's time I showed you some real moves. Back in the day, I had so many rump-kicking moves, they had to make some illegal. Yeah, I'm not fond of the mechanic. Ooh, that sucks. Ugh! Thankfully he wasn't boosted when he did that. We're basically at the point now where I need to start being very careful, because he's basically fully buffed. So we're going to go and do this. Yeah, exactly, Shadow Machine. Because, yeah, this basically adds an RNG element to the game. And like I said, it's detrimental. It can be detrimental to both sides, but it's detrimental nonetheless. Damn it. I'm gonna go ahead and blow that. Okay, this could hurt. Oh, thank God that missed. That one would have hurt like hell if that had actually gone through. I ain't finished yet, Gonzalez. Ain't over till it's over. That's the way it goes in combat sports, son. Let me tell you something. Fortune's gonna smile on me in the end, punk. So he's gonna do his double buff. So which means I basically get a free round here. Really? First bingo of the game, and it's that. Completely useless, and I already have a full crowd. Honestly, I'm not sure I can think of a good reason for miss mechanics to exist, Fuzzy Ducks. Like, really. I'd have to really think about that one. That would have been a great time for Double X to pop up, I'm just saying. Oh, well. How'd this happen? How could a perfect bod like mine lose to such a chub? Oh, I got an FP one? Oh, I think you're right. God, another useless one. Great fight, son. Great fight. So, again, the English text doesn't get this across, but the idea here is she is supposed to sound like she's still frosty and cold, but she's supposed to sound less rude here. So she switches from being rude to being professional, if that makes any sense. Please allow me to offer my sincerest thanks for defeating that foul grubbo. I really have to apologize. I'm sorry I had to get you involved. But you must understand, I had to learn the truth about this arena by any means. Let me tell you everything. I had a little brother once by the name of Mush. He'd done everything for me. Our family was always poor, so he became a fighter to support all of us. But he suddenly went missing one day. Our family was inconsolable. I suspected foul play, so I got hired on as the manager and investigated in secret. As I looked for clues about my brother, I accidentally saw Mr. Grubba transform. Seeing what I was up against, I almost gave up hope. And then you appeared. So I decided to secretly guide you. So the mysterious Mr. X was sending us emails was you! Once I saw you fight, I knew you were the only one who could challenge Grubba. Now, sir. No, not sir. Grubba, I want answers right now. What did you do with my precious little brother? You know exactly what I'm talking about. The first champion, Prince Mush, who should be dead. He discovered the secret of my power-sucking machine. I had him disappear. Any which way you look at it, oh, he ain't around these parts no more. No, I suspected as much. Ah, poor sweet Mush. I've actually already given a negative for this point. So let me just reiterate, negative to story. Because he just pops out of the crystal. There's no logic there. There's no reasoning behind it. He just exits the crystal. Even though that's not even how the machine is shown to work against other people. And it doesn't even make sense given how long ago it was that he was absorbed. I mean, whatever. Like I said, negative to story. This isn't even an aggregate. It's just, I don't know why I call it an aggregate. There, let's get rid of that. There. Yeah, which makes even less sense, Dakota. It's a Mario game, let it go. No. There's not a lot of games I'm willing to forgive bad writing on, so... I mean, if I'm going to come down on Final Fantasy VI for bad writing, I'm going to come down on Paper Mario 2. Well, actually, he was never sucked into it to begin with, Kay, which is part of the point. We literally see other fighters whose power is drained by the star. They're not sucked into the star. They're just there. Being drained and on the verge of death. So now we have Power Lift, which can be useful. In the same way Watt could be useful in the first game. End of chapter. Blissville's seamy underside was a dark, dangerous place, seething with conspiracy. With the help of the lovely Miss Jolene, Mario revealed Grubba's true identity, and acquired the third crystal star by defeating the monstrous Macho Grubba. Grubba had used the power of the crystal star to run his power-draining machine. What other hidden powers and strange might these strange mystical items possess? We'll find out next time.